my scanning ass fellas eyes, spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going that Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at, stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, going that Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
And now another anti-ruckus rant brought to you by the community. Viewer and audio discretion is highly advised.
The community wants to take the word and hold up hoes, whores, OF people, people who put out STD-named lip gloss, people who have slept with anybody and everybody at any time, people who talk about the AB clinic like they go into McDonald's, people who just say whatever comes to their mind, people who make songs about scamming, people who like people to pee on them, people who like to hang out with people that could be ABCD, but because they have enough money, it's okay. And then say that that's woman empowerment, so to be a whore is woman empowerment, and that's who runs the community. Y'all stand up for whores, and everybody's just supposed to go along with it. People like Tigger go along with it. Eddie Winslow, whatever his name is, allegedly goes along with it. And people are talking about white people are the problem. Fellas, white people are not the problem. I don't care, say what you want, white people is not the problem with the community. It's the fact that black people listen to famous people with yellow hair, pink hair, blue hair, nose rings, eye rings, tongue rings, lip rings, cheek rings, throat rings, boob rings. That's the problem. Liberals, progressives, and Democrats, that's the problem. Unfortunately, it always comes back to political, because none of these people have subscribed would be a conservative person, even though black people are supposed to be conservative. And I still would like someone to answer the question. I know it's not a video that people are liking, that's okay, it's still there to watch. Which ancestor would come back today and say, thank you all for continuing my legacy? Which one? Name them. Which one? Name them. Will come back today and say, you guys are doing a great job. Thank you for continuing all my hard work. You're doing spades, child. Y'all are doing spades. So glad that I risked my life so that you all could become fucking whores. Whores don't run my fucking life. They do not run me or my community. And I don't hang out with motherfuckers that don't make any sense. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can listen to caricature all the fuck you want to. Fuck that nigga. You can listen to that funky tether over there that's telling you to your face that Democrats ain't done shit for you, and then turn around and say, keep voting for them. And then you want to turn around and act like white people are your problem when you got all these niggas in your face lying to you, and you still believe them. And then you'll make some fucked up excuse because you fucked up and say, but black people do it too. But black people do it too. And yet black bitches always looking at white people for what the fuck it is that they do, and then turn around talking about racism. Make it make sense. I still ain't seen to where, child, what is her name? Blonde hair. Child, the ESPN ex-person, child. You know what I'm talking about.
In the state of Pennsylvania, politics can be very messy, pun intended. Today we embark on a new journey, not Jersey. That helps the state clean up its act. No more candidates that won't speak for people, talk shit, rant, and liked by the community. We need a beacon of hope to transform us into a new beginning, fixing corruption and whoredom that bleeds through our cities. A candidate that is
a funky ass.
A candidate that is reliable, trustworthy, loves the kids, and ain't a hoe. A candidate that really wants to fix this shit. That candidate is Messy Miss Sean for Pennsylvania State Senator 2030.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
The racism that you're experiencing and the struggle to make ends meet actually means the diet don't work for you the same.
Yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? Musty tether, yes, I'm speaking to you. Musty tether, where you fleeing to? I got into my Uber. What did I see?
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Going, you're being a racist! Racist!
Couple of balls soon, we gonna hook you up. We gonna make sure you get that vaccine fund.
Yeah.
You got a couple of kids, you don't have no job.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that little girl, that's my job.
Yeah.
Come and buy your taxes. I'm asked, what the what? What the money reside? What the money reside? What the money reside? What the money reside? And that's on who? Man, little lamb. Okay, okay, okay.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
We like free stuff. Huh? So we came out here to get all this free stuff. Huh? But then the call saying you can't get the free stuff.
What?
Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets, and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
It is difficult. You don't go blind because you married. I see titties and booties every day. I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day.
I see titties and booties every day. Brothers, y'all gonna leave me out here? I need the men to stand up and say amen. If you ain't said that, all sir.
Let the church say amen.
Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day. Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties.
Wait, the wing makes go.
What kind of shit is that?
Booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, titties and titties and titties and every day. Booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and booties, booties and titties and titties and every day. Titties and booties, 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 titties and booties. I need the men to stand up and say amen. Brothers, y'all gonna leave me out here? Titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties, titties and booties. I see titties and every day, titties and booties.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday, happy birthday. Hey there, besties. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are, of course. I see you. I appreciate you. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to all of y'all that are here. I'm a little late, but it's rough today. So first of all, you already know about the air quality. So it's like dark because there's no sun. Now, and then it was a thunderstorm, which I thought it was going to thunderstorm all day, but it kind of came and went. And then I was like, all right, I should get up. Went to the gym. Nobody was there. And then I just came home. Tried to go to Dollar General. I forgot my wallet. Can you believe it? Or my phone. I only need my phone in order to pay for stuff, so I forgot my phone. So now I'm going to have to go back. It's a rough day. Today so far has been a rough day. So I'm like, all right, let's go ahead, because I wasn't going to do it because I was just not in a good mood. But I was like, we have to persevere. We have to work around here, okay? So that's what we're doing. So shout out to y'all that are here. If you're on replay, I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Y'all have been commenting. I appreciate you. All that stuff matters, okay? So here in the chat, shout out to the chat. This is the best chat on YouTube. They are half damn crazy all the damn time. Shout out to everybody over here on the, what is this, vertical stream? I see y'all over here on my phone. I appreciate you. It all matters, okay? But they be wilding over here in these comments on the live station. Shout out to Frederick Howard with the super sticker. I appreciate you, hon. Always good to see you. Thank you so much. And it looks like Sinoj, I think it's Sinoj, sent an Uncle Alert, which I was able to see it over here. Thank you, sir. And then a soccer trophy. That was so cute. So thank you all so much. Anyway, so today we have Crime is Down, because crime never stops, even though crime is down, okay? And then we have to look at this TikTok, child, because I was on TikTok. Oh my God. And this woman who's crying because she got kicked out of nursing school. And, you know, I think she's trying to say it's Donald Trump's fault, but we have to look at it. And then, of course, we have to roast Generation Z. Of course, my life ain't right unless I'm roasting Generation Z, okay? So I look forward to that. Yeah, and I have some, quite a few TikToks to look at today, all right? But we're not going to be here all day. We're not going to be here all day, all right? So I give you about 2.5 to 3 hours. That's it. I see Reaper's not here good. He sleep, all right? Because you know how he do. Yeah, when somebody said get the code ready. Michael Freeman said get the code ready. Tadisha is here and ready to go. Tadisha is here and ready to go. Lord have mercy. Oh my God, we already have a troll in the building. You need some attention. Oh. I tell you, people have no emotional control today, y'all. None whatsoever. They take everything personally. It's on the internet. Oh my God. How dare you? I'm so offended. I love that for you. I love it. Imagine saying, oh, you're old and that's supposed to offend me. Bitch, I'm 55 years old. You're right. I am old. But I'm still sit up here and I'm gonna still roast y'all. It is what it is. Don't you love how, though, it's okay for them to do it, but then when someone does it back, it's like, you're being mean. You're old. You're a white supremacist. You don't like your own people. Did I cover it all? What else is there? You wear a wig. You're dark. I don't know. Any old thing, child. Y'all just be coming up with, y'all just be saying shit. Child, y'all entertain yourselves with that bullshit, because I don't give a damn. All right? So let me give you some updates. Or no, let me give you some positivity. Shout out to our friend Maggie, the substitute teacher. She posted this, and I was looking at it like, this is pretty sad, honestly. Good morning to all the normals and all the regular smegulars. All right, trolls, all views matter. So, okay, your ass, sit down, be quiet, and don't get too out of pocket, because, child, I will lay you the fuck out. Anyway, so Maggie put this up today. She said, let's normalize serving our men. Their pure joy is the best reward. I love making mine happy. A video of women serving their husbands good food. Their reaction is everything. Now, y'all, listen, sassy straights. Don't be thinking that you're gonna get none of this. Y'all already, you ain't getting shit, okay? Because you ain't shit, you ain't got shit, you ain't gonna be shit, all right? And they ain't giving you shit. However, for these ones, the rarities, this is what they found. This is what Maggie posted. All right, let's take a look.
Yep. Oh, fuck! Get chain! What a woman you are. You're trying to get a ring on your finger, aren't you?
Here you go, baby. Isaiah.
Spam Masubi!
Oh. Oh.
Yo, I can't concentrate. Shout out to Tadisha. I agree. You already know. All they saying is, pick me, mammy, pick me, mammy. You'll pick me. You'll pick me. How dare you make something? How dare you do something for a man? How dare you be nice to a man? How dare you make dinner for a man? How dare you? You biatch. I can hear it now. I know this ain't Nicole Child. Trust me, I know. I am crying. I'll let it play again one full time again. I'm sorry, y'all. But I couldn't resist. You know Tadisha's in charge? Tadisha's in charge of the book, y'all. Y'all already know. So she know what's in there and where everything is at.
Oh, babe. Oh my God. Oh my God. Honey, thank you.
Oh, shit. Damn. Babe, I love you.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this.
Surprise.
This is my favorite meal ever.
Here's your dinner.
Thank you.
Hey, are you ready to try?
Where do we start? What should I try first?
Moment of truth.
Yep. Oh, fuck! Get chain! What a woman you are. You're trying to get a ring on your finger, aren't you?
Here you go, baby. Isaiah.
Spam Masubi!
Oh. Oh.
Babe. Oh my. Oh my God. Honey, thank you.
Oh, shit. Damn. Babe, I love you.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this.
Surprise.
This is my favorite meal ever.
Here's your dinner.
Thank you.
Hey, are you ready to try?
Where do we start? What should I try first?
Moment of truth.
Yep.
So yeah, shout out to these ladies. And their boyfriends, husbands, or whatever. I wrote it down here. I said, this is pretty sad though. Y'all wasn't cooking and this is a miracle. I'm gonna go out on a limb. You know, I hate to be negative, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and like, y'all, where in the world can y'all just go ahead and cook for these damn people, child? I'm not a slave. Listening to Leslie Jones, marriage is a slavery. I'm not saying that they all married. I ain't cooking. What I look like, your mama? Then watch y'all. As soon as her mama start cooking, who she thinks she is? Why she over here or whatever? It just be a complaint after a complaint after a damn complaint. But yeah, that is not in the code, y'all. Y'all already know. You know, most of the biatches is not trying to do none of this, right? So it's nice to see, and it's nice to see that, smiles on their faces and that they happy and stuff like that. You know, these heifers don't want to see y'all happy. You know, these heifers don't want to see y'all smile. They won't want to make you happy. They don't want to have to do no work. You know, it's all your responsibility to give to them. You know, that's what it is. And that's crazy, of course, to see this whenever it was recorded. Look at this. All that is some damn toast, avocado, and some damn bacon. He happy as a pig and shit. It really is not that hard. But child, if y'all want to listen to Leslie Jones, and then y'all want to listen to Ebony K. Williams, if he owns the bus, or whoever the hell else that be saying all this dumb shit, listen to him. We like it. I like it. I'm going to speak for myself. I love it. Because when you start crying in the car, because y'all know that's where you be at, when you put on TikTok, we're going to talk about you because that's what we're going to do today. Because you always tell on yourselves. Excuse me. You always tell on yourselves. And then you whine and complain. And then honestly, internally, most of them, I didn't say all, most of them really do want to be with y'all. They just got to put this front out here for the world and for the sisters or sisters in this feminist bullshit. And they got to make sure that they act like they don't like y'all. Like you already know, like I said, all right? Ain't nobody not interested in something that they talk about half of their damn lives, all right? I said that, I meant that. Shout out to Big Joke. Thank you so much, Boo. He said, time to puff that gin lazy pack. Hey. My favorite series. Let's go. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got to do a couple other things beforehand, but we definitely going to get to it. Shout out to these ladies who are hopefully getting whatever the hell it is that they want. Anyway, moving on. Let me give you a brief, I guess this is an update, even though there's really no update because nobody knows anything, but this is what I found because a lot of people talking about this Nolan situation in Mississippi, right? So I told y'all that there's now a thread or a movement or whatever you want to call it, because child, first is you can't go to Target, then is you can't shop with Asian people. And now it's you can't be with white people. In case y'all didn't know, all right? You cannot be around white people. White people, if you're here, just sit down, be quiet, and listen, because this is for the colored community, the black section, all right? So blacks, you're not supposed to be with white people. You can't hang out with white people. You definitely can't be the only one with white people. And kind of seems like there's some people that's actually blaming Nolan's parents on the low for what happened to him, okay? Now, I've been the only black person. I think I've told y'all this when I lived in Guam. I've been in classes where I was the only black person. I lived in South Carolina, and I've been the only black person. It is definitely an uneasy situation, right? Well, it was for me. Clearly, that was not the case for Nolan, as judging by all of these photos and all the videos and things that they have shown. Now we up to the thousands. 1,095 in the code. It says no hanging out. Shout out to Tanisha. All right, in case y'all needed the reference. All right. So this person wrote, Rodden Man, whatever it says. Excuse me. He reads, it's ridiculous that black parents condone these one-sided friendships and relationships with their black children. Now, let me stop right there because I'm going to explain as I go through, right? Excuse me. After a certain point, you don't have any control over who your children's friends are, which is why I always say you have to have a strong foundation in the beginning to hope that they make good choices once you're out. Because once they go to school, once they go to practice, once they go here, they go there, and you're not in their presence, you're going to have to trust that what it is that you instilled in them is going to come through so that they can make good choices, which is how I leave my children, always left my children, make good choices. If you can't do it in front of your parents, then you know you're not supposed to be doing it. And even if we don't see it, God always sees it. This is what I always said when they left the house, because you're going to have to trust them at some point. Oh, and you're a product of the people who you are around. All those things, right? You got to do something, y'all, all right? Or else they'll end up like the gremlins of today. It says, completely different upbringing and approaches towards our day-to-day life. And some black parents are just fooling themselves to believe that a black child in this day and age or any era would ever be unconditionally acceptable into a one-sided thought process that's derived from hate and resentment. Okay, so Black people clearly will never, look at anything other than allegedly there's some racism until it benefits them. I call cap, right? So they basically want to demonize these parents and not acknowledge that this young man was in college, okay? He was in community college, if I'm not mistaken, right, y'all? So when they're talking about what his parents didn't instill in them, like I said before, his parents, his whole family lived in Mississippi and was doing very well. So that's what they instilled. They was good, they was cool, everything was everything. And it only turned into racism when Ben Crump showed up. Again, nothing has been proven, no proof of anything. This is just the interneting, and the race hustlers, the pro-Blacks, just want to make everything racism with absolutely no proof. That's what's actually been going on. They don't have to believe it. You don't have to understand it. But until you show me something where it came from someone not from TikTok and not from social media that's firm, like an autopsy, y'all can miss me with all your bullshit. You don't know anything, you're assuming, okay? Which is dangerous, because if somebody was doing that to y'all's asses, you wouldn't appreciate it. But as usual, as we've seen in the last several months, the tides will change, unfortunately. It's just how it works. Just like an economy, it will change, right? So then it says, where I'm at. And some Black parents are just, okay, I did that. There's no person on this earth that could convince me that a Black people only 72 years removed from the ability to vote. I don't know about that sentence. And 165 years from removing shackles while in bondage, that all of a sudden white people have seen the light collectively. And none of these white individuals have malicious intent towards Black people. So this is how enough of you coloreds like to think. And you can have it, okay? You can think like that if you want to. For those of us that don't think like that, because we don't have hate in our heart, because that's what that really sounds like. We think that we control something and can barely control ourselves. See, that's y'all. To think that you're going to command and demand that white people not be racist and that they have to love you and that they have to care for you, especially when people coming in here talking about, such and such don't like you. And I don't know who you are the ones that need people to like you. I've come to the conclusion that it's these type of people that need someone to like them. I don't need anybody to like me, okay? If you think that I think when I go to work that people in there like me, I don't, and I don't care. Because all I need you to do is to shut the fuck up and leave me alone and only talk to me about work. And then I do my work, and then I get paid when I need to get paid. That's it. Because with all this fervor and all this vitriol that these people have, they ain't giving up none of them paychecks that's coming from enough of the white people that they work for. Miss me with that bullshit. All this tough talk right here, and I promise you, they ain't giving up none of that green for the white people that they work for, okay? They on this app right here, owned by a white person. Shout out to Zuckerberg. But talking all this bullshit about, now listen, they're talking about Nolan's family, who everybody's supposed to love and support and give and comfort and be with, right? And yet in the midst of you allegedly trying to get justice, because I think that's what they think this is, you're basically disparaging the person that you're trying to get justice for. You're calling them failure as parents. So what is it when Black people take out Black people, Bueller? How come y'all never want to talk about that? So what is it, 172 years removed from the ability to vote and 165 years from removing shackles while in bondage, how come how come the coloreds keep taking up the coloreds and y'all don't want to talk about that? Some shit where we actually may have some control over something, y'all don't want to do anything about that. Because these MFers don't give a damn. They just want to go with a narrative to scare people. And when you're not scared, that's when they come to attack you. That's what they do. See, here you go with one right here. See, they only are going to hear what they want to hear. They're not really listening. They're just listening to respond, not listening to understand. Because I didn't say none of that. But they missed the part where these Black people still on these white people's apps. They missed the part where these Black people still taking that white person's money. They missed that part. But now I'm a defender of white people. Got you. I'm not a victim. unlike y'all, because you are the actual ones that need white people approval. That's why you carry on about it. That's why you're now disparaging the family that's in pain due to the death of their son, of which we don't know from what yet still. But because y'all need white people so bad and y'all care about white people so much, y'all will do think pieces like this, disparaging the exact Black family that you allegedly care for, whilst ignoring their Filipino heritage, right? And then you say you're supposed to be boycotting Asians, and yet you're fighting to the bone. So again, what is the hierarchy? Hate white people first, hate Asians second. Well, actually, it's hate Blacks first, because you don't do shit about what's going on with the Black people in the community, right? Hate white people next, hate Asians third. Somebody get that list together, because I'm not really sure. I'm just saying. It's always an emotional reaction and never a step back to use your freaking brains. Never that. And never that. And it's supposed to instill fear in you all, Black people, so that you can get on code, shout out to Tadisha, and you can do what they want you to do when they want you to do it. Now, you talk about being removed from slavery, and yet these people are trying to tell other Black people what to do. Sounding a little bit similar to slavery. You do what I say or you can't play with us. Oh. You do what we say or you're not on code. Oh. You do it how we say it or you can't come to the cookout. Oh. Wow. That's why you can let somebody like Funky Dineva sit up there and say some shit and you not be offended, but now you're out here talking like this because it looks like Rodden Man is a man. I guess he's okay with Funky Dineva saying that he and you, Sassy Straights, are the cancer to the community. You all are cancer to the community. So let me see. You don't like Black men, don't like white people, don't like Asian people. Who do y'all like? Who do y'all care for? You don't even like yourselves. It's really a sickness at the end of the day if you just sit back and you listen to all this shit that will have you all over the fucking place. This is why I ain't got time for y'all. I mean, we don't talk about y'all, of course, but y'all, I don't have time. I don't have time for y'all. Because if that's what you want to do, then that's what you go ahead and do. Because it seems like you're basically hypocrites at the end of the day. Because in one scenario, it's do this, do that. And in another scenario, it's do this and do that. That contradicts with that. And another scenario is do this and do that, which contradicts with this. Because you're very contradictory because you run off your fucking emotions. And as men, you should be doing better than that. But we know it's low testosterone men out here that's going along and being led by a bunch of women. And that's what your problem is. But whatever works for you, right? He continues. It says, and none of these white individuals have malicious intents towards Black people, and their white parents unconditionally teach their white children, and their white parents unconditionally teach their white children to walk hand in hand as equals with Black child. Maybe some people should spend more time learning the English language and how to pronounce and enunciate and things of that nature and how to write properly, but I get through it. Black parents have their work cut out just trying to keep their children safe in our own communities. Oh, well, thank you for at least acknowledging that. Why don't you take this amount of fervor and put it towards doing something about that? Instead of just saying, we just need another program. We just need another program. It's a false sense of security to believe that your Black child is safe in the company of any one-sided friendship of rapport. So when y'all are out here bigging up, name them, y'all, Kantanji, and Venus and Serena and Eve and Cam. Are y'all thinking about those white people that they go to bed with? Don Lemon. When y'all listening to them, are y'all thinking about the white people that they going to bed with, child? Because I don't be hearing y'all say nothing about them. So which white people is it? See, this is where the confusion comes in. And that's why the code be so confusing to me. Because it's just, this white person is okay, this white person isn't. This white person is okay, this white person isn't. These white people are not okay, these white people are. Because as soon as there's a white group that says what you want them to say, y'all are into it. Y'all love them. Yeah, speak, sis. You run off at the mouth on TikTok. You cannot tell me that you're not doing it. It might not be you, but y'all who subscribe to this shit are doing it. So make it make sense. So which white person is it? Write it down, child. Put their names in stone, because I don't get it. Cam, who ain't even black, y'all all down for her, and her white husband, who's a J, who be knocking women's heads between the washer and the dryer, but y'all said that that's how men should be like him? I'm confused. And all the people that go home to white people that y'all love as celebrities, y'all don't have no problem with those white people. But when Bronny takes his white girlfriend, because the community that he lives in is white as well. So are y'all gonna stop supporting LeBron since he has his family in a white community? Remember when Stephen Curry, right? Stephen Curry, I think his name is, said, I don't want you Negroes moving in next to us. Y'all don't know about that? He said, my community is gonna stay pure. We don't want y'all over here. And he said, build that shit somewhere else. Y'all remember that, right? No, y'all, I know the trolls don't know it, but regulars, we remember that. Because y'all certainly do be supporting all them people. And now all of a suddenly, everybody gotta hate white people. Got it. I wonder what it will be by the end of this week coming. Who's next? Is there anyone left at the end of the day? Because y'all ain't going nowhere. Ricky told y'all already. Ricky Smiley, he's scared of white people. He said it. Elevator full of white people. So he's on pay. He's on code. Okay. So is Ricky gonna stop working for that white company that he worked for to get that green money? Is it okay for him to work for those white people, but the rest of us have to hate white people, but he can like the white people that he worked for? Or what about y'all that are all in corporate America? Because we know there's a lot of black people that work in corporate America. You definitely working for white people. So what they supposed to do? Go into work and say, I hate you? Quit? Amanda Seale said she was going to quit because of racism with Instagram. She back on that bitch. We all know who owns Twitter. Y'all still on that bitch. Now, I don't know who owns TikTok anymore because I don't know who they sold it to. Pretty sure they're not black though. So is it okay to be on TikTok? I'm not. I'm just checking. I'm just covering all for all the other people that might be listening here because your logic doesn't make any sense. Right? Okay. But do you? So wait. Back it on up. So if you're not supposed to be around white people and all your famous people don't live in the hood. I mean, basketball, football, actors, actresses. Yo, remember the dude from Pose? What is his name? Remember the black guy from Pose, the gay guy? I can't think of his name. And he was out here whining that he didn't have enough money. His husband was white. There's a lot of interracial relationships. What about divestors? Are y'all going over to the divestors and telling them that they better get their shit together and leave them white people alone? Oh, thank you, boo. Billy Porter. Yes. Are y'all going and telling them that too? While y'all out here saying this stupid shit? I mean, y'all do it. It's content for days, child, because y'all look crazy. Half damn crazy. I saw somebody put a second ago, something like treat people how you want to be treated and be mindful of who your friends are. Nolan and his parents and his family been living in, child, is a gnat. It's getting on my nerves. If it's not a fly, it's a gnat. Living in racist ass Mississippi for seems like most of their life, look like all of his life. And they've been very successful in racist ass Mississippi. She's a freaking doctor. I'm calling her a doctor. She's a nurse practitioner. She's also Asian. That don't matter today. Tomorrow it will matter. But the point is that they didn't have any issues. And just like Michi said, she won't say that she thinks that it's racism. Now, the daddy did once, which we saw yesterday, y'all. And then he was shut down ever since then. He ain't allowed to talk no more. That's why he's sitting there quietly. And the mama is the only one talking. And then Ben takes over while he keeps touching her for some reason. I still don't like that, y'all. I just don't like that. It's always been about who the haves and the have-nots. I agree with you completely. But instead of understanding that for the community, they would rather worry about white people 24/7 instead of getting their own shit together so that they can make decisions and move further in life and do better and not have to worry about what the fuck they say. And maybe actually own some tangible things where when 300,000 women get fired, let go, whatever you want to call it, they can actually hire some instead of just sit around complaining about it for what, a year and a half now? I know that's just crazy talk. Anyway. And then there's more, but wait, there's more.
Thanks for the tip.
And I love how these people always know what white people are teaching their kids, child. Black parents have their own, it's a false sense of security to believe that your black child is safe in the company of any one-sided friendship or rapport. Fool's gold. Make sure your child has a strong level of diversity in their lives daily. Now, wait a minute. Now you got to have diversity. Now we all want to use that diversity word to death now. You want them to be DE&I'd up. Is that what you're saying? And don't feel peer pressure to endure an unfamiliar thought process, because a lot of those thoughts come equipped with a forked tongue. Be well, Black kings and queens. This picture is insane. Imagine saying that this picture is insane because there's a bunch of boys who are outside, probably in the summertime, probably having a pool party. So they was all friends for all these years, and then all of a sudden they said, child, it's time to be racist and take this kid out. If that's what y'all want to think, and that's how you like to think, that's why you need to stay all the fuck away from me. And I'm okay with that. Because that's why I don't know a lot of people, because I know y'all crazy. There's a lot of people who are crazy. It don't matter what color they are. So that's why I choose to say, if you crazy, I ain't gonna know you. Just like if you come around with crazy ass hair, crossing the street. If you come around looking like a Neanderthal, crossing the street. But honestly, at the end of the day, which is why Ben is here, is he gonna go ahead with the D9ers and the boulets, okay? And they're gonna get y'all scared because that's what they want. Fan the flames of racism because that's what they do. And then they tell you that Republicans are racist because that's what they want you to know. And then say go and vote Democrat because they need desperately to get their asses back on top. You don't have to believe it. It is what it is. You don't have to believe it. It is what it is. If you opened your eyes and you saw, instead of just listening to people who just want to say that everything is racism, like we all don't have choices, and you're not going to hold all these celebrities that you love accountable because they ain't living in no hoods. They ain't living around They living in white gated communities, okay? Say I'm lying. When Nipsey Hussle lived amongst the people, look what happened to him. So it sounds like, and then I'm gonna let this go and we're moving on. It sounds like a lot of y'all would like to have Black people all be poor and downtrodden. That's what I honestly think a lot of y'all want it to be, whilst listening to millionaires, mind you, because all the people you listening to are all millionaires. Not this person necessarily, but all these rollies and clowns and Rickies, millionaires. First generation millionaires, which means they found a way to go from dirt poor to millionaires, but y'all got to stay where you are and y'all ain't gonna have shit. And for the Black sassy straights, the males, you know damn well, don't nobody give a fuck about you until you are deceased or you are a fucking criminal. And you don't have to believe me, but it shows and proves that's what the fuck it is. Ain't nobody out here trying to help you no other time or otherwise, even though they say it's because we are here for you. We know everything and don't know shit. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, Brian, I appreciate you. He said, long time watcher, first time commenter. I'm late, but if my girlfriend or wife cooked me a hot meal after I worked all day, I would be in heaven. Love you, girl. I love that segment. Thank you so much. Shout out to you for being here for a while. Appreciate your support. Yes, we support nuclear families, wives, husbands, women who just do things because they should do it because they're part of a home instead of listening to dumb bullshit from the outside, especially when it comes from a misandrist, feminine point of view. We don't play those games around here. But we do enjoy hearing other people's opinions because we have things to laugh at. So shout out to all the trolls. You are welcome to stay, but watch your step because we don't play around here. Moving on, child. Moving on. This is an update from the East St. Louis. 5 deceased, 2 are still injured. Lest we not forget that part. It says, my only child, father reflects on teen daughter accused of family deletion. Shout out to Bobby Johnson for the Spain gift. I thank you, hon. Appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
Teen girl accused of killing her own family in East St. Louis sits down with Fox 2 today. Marcus May made brief statement shortly after the weekend killings, offering no excuse for his daughter's alleged actions. And now he's talking with Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes to go deeper into this. Chris.
Marcus May lost his mother and sister during a killing spree that prosecutors say involved his own 15-year-old daughter. He sat down with us inside his mother's home. Marcus May's sister, Cherie, was the first killed, then May's nephew, Devin, and May's mom, Patricia.
Because she didn't deserve any of this. My mom ultimately died because of her love.
Patricia and Devin went to check on Cherie. Police say May's daughter was inside Cherie's home with her teen boyfriend, both reportedly runaways whose family was trying to help.
Due to the fact that was her grandbaby, she went to try to save and see if she could save. And to get took out like that is like...
I wonder what that person from the Post would have to say about this, Bueller. Anybody heard any of pro-black say anything about this? Go see these people. Go help who's left. Go help the people who are in the hospital. Nothing. Be scared of white people, though. Yeah. Don't talk to white people. Be around a bunch of black people, especially some gremlin-ass kids like this. I haven't heard anything, Bueller. So they don't care about this shit? That's going to take more black people out than a little bit? Okay, child, I know. That's crazy. Is that in the code? Tadisha, is that in the code?
On Cherie, police say May's daughter was inside Cherie's home with her teen boyfriend, both reportedly runaways whose family was trying to help.
Due to the fact that was her grandbaby, she went to try to save and see if she could save. And to get took out like that is like, wow.
The teens allegedly cut off grandma's thumb so they could access her iPhone.
Oh, my mom was 70-something years old. She just got that iPhone. She barely knew how to work the lock on the front door, let alone doing fingerprinting for an iPhone.
Shout out to Mima that got her first iPhone now. She said, I'm a figure it out. Shout out to her. I wonder how they feel about Gremlin taking out their own grandmother, the matriarchy. No thoughts on that, pro-blacks? And the people that think that you got to stay away from white people is the real problem? Or let me say the main problem. The thing that black people should be focused on. So then it's okay to take out your grandmother and then cut her finger off because you're such a jackass that you have to go and use it in order to get into it. So Mima can't even enjoy her first iPhone. But white people is who you want to be focused on when there's things within that need to be taken care of? Okay, my bad. Y'all go ahead with that narrative, all right?
Let alone doing fingerprinting for an iPhone.
As May thinks about his own daughter arrested.
She looked just like me. That was my only child. So yeah, that none of this comes easy.
He says he and his family were working hard to save her.
To look back at all the lies she told, like to sit down and talk to your child and be like, are you okay? What's wrong? Talk to me.
Coming up tonight at 5 in the Fox Files, the hit list he says he learned about and that he was on.
You just feel for her when he says, she looked just like me.
Oh my God, new information, y'all. Wow. Her initials are WT. Now, I did see somebody put the picture out of the girl, but I'm not going to show it. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Coming up tonight at 5 in the Fox Files, the hit list he says he learned about and that he was on.
You just feel for her when he says, she looked just like me. She's the only child. How's he getting through this?
Oh, man. I mean, he is waking up every day and trying to find purpose, the fact that he's alive and he was on a hit list and people that weren't on the hit list are dead.
And he's not. So he's going to carry that too. What's the community been like? I mean, it's his daughter. He loved her. She did this heinous thing, according to authorities. Have they been supportive of him at all?
Both good and bad, he says. The prayer service, very powerful, honored his mom. He says there's a lot of false information on social media, a lot of lies, they're hurt, and why make up stuff when it's sensational enough as it is?
Yeah.
Because that's what social media does, sir. Unfortunately, he sounds like he about to cry. This man is working this this story though. Shout out to him.
He needs someone to be there for him too, because this is hurting him on both sides. his daughter and then losing the people he loved and being at the center of this in that community. Chris, thanks. We'll look forward to your continued reports. I'm glad you got a chance.
Y'all better check on Chris, child. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, that's the update on that story. She's still in juvie. He is in adult court, and they're trying to get her moved up. So hopefully they do, because that's where she deserves to be. Moving on, child. Moving on. Is this Baltimore? This might be Baltimore. It says WSB. I'm not sure. Maybe not. It says woman SHOT and deleted by ex in a convenience store, child. Crime is down, y'all. Crime is down.
Metro Atlanta convenience store. Look at this. Police say a woman's ex-boyfriend shot and killed her in the store. We first brought you the story as breaking news on Channel 2 Action News this morning when we took you live.
Lord help your people. ATL, it's Atlanta.
She was fucking his best friend. So, I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Shout out to Mika up in here. I see you, boo. We did a stream with the business bully, also known as Dave Anderson, last night. Shout out to him. Had a pretty good time. I appreciate that. We definitely gotta to get y'all on here for sure. Shout out to everybody that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Hating hoes, go ahead and hit the dislike button. But all views matter. All views matter.
To the scene along Mountain View Road in Hall County. That's where Channel 2's Susan Hendricks joins us live at the store. Susan, you're learning more about that victim.
Yes, her name is Tia Keith, Karen. It was 9:30 that she pulled up here to the store behind me, went inside. She's a regular here, by the way, at this convenience store. Went inside to grab something, comes out. Her ex-boyfriend is in her car. Shots are fired. She runs back inside, and the surveillance video shows her running towards the bathroom.
Back to a bathroom, and she falling on the floor. He another 4 or 5 bullets.
Why was I thinking that this looks like a Hispanic type of hacienda, I think they call it, or something. And then here he come.
Back to a bathroom, and she falling on the floor. He another 4 or 5 bullets.
Farouk Khan, the owner of the convenience store, describes what he saw on the security footage as he watched in horror from home.
First bullet he already did outside, and she running go inside.
After hearing gunshots, you see the clerk look around the corner. He picks up the phone, calls 911, then ducks behind the counter.
She's a customer. My wife watched the video. Is my regular customer. She work on the salon. She was my very regular customer. She coming twice a day.
Word of the shooting reached her family members, who immediately drove to the site of the deadly shooting before heading to the victim's hair salon.
And I'm on my way to her salon now to put a sign there because I don't want anybody to think that she just didn't show up.
Coming up at Channel 2 Action News at 6, you will hear more from Tia Keith's first cousin, Charlotte, who you saw there. What Tia was like as a daughter, as a sister, and as a first cousin. Live in Henry County, Susan Hendricks, Channel 2 Action.
All right, child. Rest in peace to that woman. I wonder what the thought is on that. I wonder what y'all think about that, pros. The ones that hate white people want all of us to hate white people now. So am I supposed to hate black people too, or what? Just trying to understand. We got to put it in the code. Tadisha is ready to go. Yes, bodega, my bad. Yes, it is called a bodega. That definitely don't look like New York, but we know it's the ATL. I wonder how that works. Just ignore this, right? No Black Lives Matter? Y'all know Ben Crump coming down here? No Al Sharpton coming down here, nothing to say. Ricky ain't got nothing to say? Clown ain't got nothing to say? Oh, this is okay? Okay, my bad. Just trying to see what's going on, child. Just trying to see what's going on. Where are we going at now? Let's go over to, here we go. Shout out to Doogie. We in Baltimore. Video of attack on a 74-year-old man fuels renewed accountability questions. Accountability? What the hell is that?
Disturbing video of an elderly man beaten and kicked repeatedly outside of a Baltimore 7-Eleven is now sparking outrage online. This is just one of several recent cases of juveniles committing violence.
And now we are asking.
What the fuck? Child, y'all know I don't like it when people be messing with old people, child. Even before I got old. This is crazy. All that man did was get out of the car and they got this big old whatever. And page 55, no colored comments about colored violence. Oh, thank you. I need Tadisha here, y'all. I need her to get through this stuff right here because this is wild, crazy, ridiculous. while you're over here carrying on about all these white people and ignoring what's going on over here. This is not new. This is not nothing that's abnormal, but it can be ignored. Just like your black mayor Doogie and your black governor Wes Moore don't want to talk about it. They just want to say crime is down, child. And yet here we go with another elder that's now, hopefully not taken on up out of here, but traumatized, collateral damage because y'all can't get your gremlins under control because YouTube is worrying about white people that ain't thinking about you. 74 years old, for what? For what? For what?
We're asking leadership in Annapolis, how can they implement policies to curb this behavior? And is the Department of Juvenile...
Wait, Mackenzie, what? Hold on. What girl?
People seen beating and at times kicking the 74-year-old man outside that Baltimore 7-Eleven. We're asking leadership in Annapolis, how can they implement policies to curb this behavior?
How can they implement policies to curb this behavior? How can they implement policies to curb this behavior? Oh, Lord, help your people. Israel, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support. Yo, I'm exhausted already. I'm exhausted. Why is it the responsibility that people think I'm not going at Fox 45, child, because if it wasn't for them, half of the stuff we wouldn't know. But why is it allegedly the responsibility of the government to do something about your kids? How? Who? When? What are they supposed to do? I guess that's the same as wanting the government, a la New York and Portland, to pay for your groceries and free rent and free daycare and free this and free that, because it's more important to have free shit, right? So they're supposed to now take care of this. And how many times I got to say, be careful who you want to be in charge of your life. Yet again, it comes back to what I said about that other jackass with the jackass post, is that you want to depend on somebody else and you want to be scared of somebody else. And what you need to do is be worried about yourself, your own, and getting your money together. Because that's what's important. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, you don't have to believe it. I know what is true. Because if you can't take care of you and get your own where they need to be, get your family where they need to be, when the time comes, and you got to go call somebody up or go ask and beg an entity to get and give you something, and you think that makes sense? Okay. But y'all want free stuff so bad.
We like free stuff. Huh? So we came out here to get all this free stuff. Huh? But then the car saying, you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
No, I didn't, and I don't think I want to see it. I gotta be. This is enough to piss me off today. I only have so much today for crime is down because I don't want to be upset, even though I'm already pissed off. But I believe that there is a video. I believe you. I believe you. Come on, Mackenzie. That's what it is. I play Grand Theft Auto. That's what it is. All right, girl. I tell you. Shout out to those that know and play Scarface. I play Scarface and Grand Theft Auto. Okay, that's what it is. Now, I might not know technically what the name is, but that's exactly what it is. Shout out to Dap Harris up in here. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. He said policy. Arrest these YNs and their parents. They're making money off of the prison complex. Use it. Just saying. # being messy. I agree. But what they're saying when that is being said, the response is, what's supposed to happen with the rest of the kids that, because typically a single mother, you know, I know people gonna get riled up about that. Excuse me. And then what they gonna do with the rest of them kids? So it's actually, I guess, a saving grace to have a bunch of crumb snatchers. Great Lusac. Thank you for the Uncle Alert. I appreciate you, boo. So any excuse, you know, they're gonna say, get another program. Then you're gonna sit up here and get another program. It ain't gonna make no difference. Monzy don't seem to be working, even though Doogie keeps saying that it does. Ain't nothing changing. But I'm telling you, we already know. Once freaking Baltimore, Inner Harbor area and all around there is all desolate, they got a whole new complex that's ready to come through. And guess who's gonna be living there? Guess who's gonna be living there? Forget about the curfew, y'all. Yo, how can we forget about the curfew? Remember, the curfew was supposed to the curfew was supposed to solve everything, y'all. Shout out to Ebony with the silver stars. I appreciate you, hon. Remember the curfew? It's supposed to be in by 10 o'clock on the weekends and 7 o'clock on the weekdays or whatever the times were. And it's like, so people who are already breaking the law, you think they're going to sit up here and follow the curfew? I can't do this. Van, thank you so much for the Sunday. I appreciate you, hon. Child, these people are crazy. Not the reporters. I'm talking about the people here in Baltimore, child. And Maryland as a whole, honestly. Because it does extend out to Towson. And I forget where else that we have been hearing about it for. So I don't want to just come down on Baltimore, even though it's a mess, because I hold Doogie personally responsible for that. Then you can extend over to DC, which I'm under the impression that DC is okay because of whatever they did when the National Guard came in there. It seemingly works. I don't know. I ain't been there, child. No, I haven't been in DC in a while. Not in a while. I'll be back soon enough, though. Shout out to Celine, white woman. Thank you so much, boo. She said, yet they will continue to say white people are the problem. Girl, yes, you're the problem. What the hell? Don't act like you new around here. You are the problem. Kind of like you are not the father. You are the problem. Shout out to me because she said Trump helped. Oh, girl, you know they don't want to hear that. Child, you know damn well they do not want to hear that.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist. Racist!
Wait a damn minute. That's supposed to be Doogie's answer to everything is Monzy. Now they ain't got no authority. Shout out to Baltimore, though, because I did have fun last weekend. All right? I did have fun. Shout out to everybody that was looking out. Shout out to Mr. and Mrs. He Said. Shout out to Severe, Smoke and Talk Podcast, and RBN, who was keeping me safe, and my other friend who lives down in the area as well. Shout out to all of y'all. There's a curfew. Where are they supposed to go? Home? Where are they supposed to go? Where do you think these kids gonna go? They want to be out. They want to be on the street. These kids, this is what they're saying, y'all, because I listen. I can't bring everything to you, but I do watch enough. And they're saying they need something to do, right? They don't want to go home because they want to be out. Child, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Can you go to the movies? Can you go to, child, what is it called? The mall? I know they ain't got a lot going on in the mall, but when we were younger, shout out to Generation X, we went to the mall, okay? Everything was saying, can y'all go bowling? Can y'all do some activities that are already out there instead of causing chaos all the time? They just want something to do. That's their parents' responsibility. So everybody else got to suffer? Child, please. No, they too busy listening to shit like this and being having people co-sign this. Y'all so sensitive. Y'all so sensitive. Oh, I feel bad for you, Mr. Business Owner. So what does that have to do with anything? So y'all always be all upset about shit that is here on the news. I'm not making this shit up. It's here. What are y'all talking? What is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? Y'all act like I'm making this shit up. This is what's going on. I am from fucking Maryland. I know what's going on. What are you talking about? I still would never talk about my people. That's why the shit fucking sucks for black people, because y'all don't want to talk about what the fuck the problems are. You would rather focus on fucking white people, which is what I was just saying about that jackass from the thing from earlier. Y'all would rather ignore what's actually going on, that black people actually have the opportunity to do something about, and try to force a freaking white person to do something because you think they're all racist. So y'all now are saying this dumb shit. Thank you, Kev G, for the high five. You don't see that you're the problem? You think that I'm the problem because I'm just showing you what the fucking news is saying? Carry your ass to Fox fucking 45 or the Atlanta station or the Memphis station or the Chicago station and talk the fuck to them. Go to Doogie. Go to fucking West Moore. That's their responsibility. If that's how they want their cities to be looked at, that's not my fault. That ain't my problem. That's their fault. Y'all be putting the blame of things on the wrong damn people. So I bet, business owner, you don't live in Baltimore. I bet you $1 million your ass don't live in the fucking city of Baltimore, the city of Chicago, the city of Memphis, while you're sitting here talking this shit about what I'm doing. I'm talking about, you're talking about your own people. They're talking about your own people, you jackass. That's the fucking point. Who just sent this? Shout out for the hunk alert. It just came up and I saw it. Angela, thank you so much. But no, you would rather ignore it and just act like it don't exist. Nobody sees it. Nobody sees it. Just don't talk about it and nobody sees it. But then come out here and say, black people, you can't be around white people no more. I'm going to still take the money from my job, but you can't be around white people no more. And I'm going to still go buy shit from them, but you can't be around white people no more. Make that make sense for me before you say some dumb shit that I'm talking about my own people. It's not about all races having issues. That's y'all's problem. You fix what's within. Just like when the plane goes down, you got to take care of yourself before you can take care of anyone else. Since you're such a businessman, why don't you know no shit like that? Why wouldn't you know nothing like that? You can't control nobody but your GD self. That's it. That's all. And clearly you can't, Mr. Businessman. Because you can't control your emotions. You must be LTM and probably a Democrat. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. These people who got elected, specifically Doogie, black man, in the black city of Baltimore, don't want to answer no questions. They don't want to answer any questions. He don't want to talk about nothing except for how crime is down. He said it. Joe Biden said it. What's his name in Chicago said it. All the rest of them. Crime is down. Crime is down. Well, guess who's being affected by crime the most? Guess who gets affected by crime the most? I guess that's my fault too. If it wasn't going on, there'd be nothing to talk about. This is what your politicians are saying, that crime is down. And they said, as long as it's less crime, then it makes it better, right? Is that what y'all think? I don't think that that's the proper angle. I think that if you don't do something about juveniles, all of them, then this shit will keep happening. Because that's the real problem, is y'all's kids ain't being parented. All of them. And then they out here wilding the fuck out. And specifically Maryland, once they put that law into place about 3 to 4 years ago, and they said, what did they say? If you're under the age of 16, if I'm not mistaken, you won't have to go to jail. So what did you think that meant? It meant that JNG members would seek them out to get them to do their dirty work because they know that they're not going to go to jail, and then they don't go to jail because they got them to do it for them. Who cares about ruining their lives? Who cares about them getting put up into a JNG? Who cares about the things that they see? Who cares about how it affects their family? Long as they getting money, right? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? As long as they getting money. Okay, to the detriment of people that look like them, that look like you, that look like me. But forget all that. Forget all that. Just go ahead and don't be around no white people, black people. That's the new rule. That's the new rule. You cannot be around white people. You cannot hang around white people. You cannot have your kids around white people. In case you missed it, that's the new rule. All right? Along with boycott Target, along with sell your stock in Target, along with don't buy Asian, along with if a white person is involved, they did it. And it's their fault. Just going over the rules according to pro-blacks and crazy-ass MFers that ain't got the sense that God gave them. American Man, I appreciate you. He said, Messi, these people talking are the suburban radical. They're fucking fools. Anyway. Yeah, now I sound like I only listen to Fox. Okay, yeah. That's the problem now, guys. See, you cannot reason with the unreasonable. That's why I don't care. I don't care. How the hell do you reason with the unreasonable? All the freaking stations that we watch, all the freaking news places that we look at, now it gotta be because it's Fox. Of course, it's because it's Fox. It's happening in Baltimore, a town run by a black man, a state run by a black man, and all the representatives are black. Okay, whatever y'all say.
Curfew is not enforced by detaining and arresting young people, adding, our outreach staff work alongside partners to encourage young people to go home and or redirect to more appropriate activities. Meanwhile, the suspects seen in this video.
So y'all think that this makes sense? So you all that got issue think that this is acceptable and it's okay. You should be happy actually because the man looks like he's white. So y'all should be in your joy because it looks like they're attacking a white man. He looked white to me. Maybe he light, bright, and damn near white. So y'all should actually be happy, right? Because white people do it too. That's your answer to everything for the reasons why you all should do it. So no, shh, don't say nothing because nobody sees it. Shh, shh. Crime is down. If Doogie says it and Joe Biden says it, then it must be true. Thank you, boo. She said, Messi is spitting facts. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Jason Whitley. I appreciate you, honey. He says, I work in the ATL, helping single black moms with their insurance claims. I see a pattern where the father is not present in nearly every home. I don't see a solution. I do my part. Well, if we start talking about single motherism, they definitely don't want to hear that, even though that is statistically a big problem in the black community. So instead of focusing on what we need to do in order to stop that, it's better to just go ahead and support people like Sexy Red and Young Miami and then say, but y'all used to listen to this music way back in the day. Child, what that got to do with anything? What are we going to do about today? Oh, but slavery was only 125 years ago, or whatever that dude said. So let's just focus on some shit that don't make no sense. Child, whatever. Child, I don't care. I don't. Believe what you want. Be upset about what you want. Don't get mad at me for what's right in front of your face. Slim Daddy, thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. He said it's preconditioning of a slave mentality for the prison industrial complex so they can become real slaves under the 13th Amendment. They already can't read. Listen, Bill Cosby tried to tell him, then you hear the word sweat equity, then all of a sudden everybody's upset. But as soon as Sean Gaithway said, I want y'all to help me, then all of a sudden y'all disappeared. How come ain't nobody helping Sean? He in there for life. He gonna need some help. He gonna need y'all to write him. Now y'all done with him because he said, I need y'all to help me. Poor Sean. Sweat equity for life.
Remain on the run. Baltimore police says detectives are actively following up on tips, and the case continues to be open and extremely active. Now, House Speaker.
As long as it's open and active, child.
Jocelyn Pena-Melnick says.
Oh, back? Nobody answered? How? Why? What's Doogie doing? I'm sure he got some time for y'all. No? All right, cool. He ain't got no time. Fine. What are you going to do? Let's go back to the ATL, y'all. Let's see what happened here. Coward move. A 75-year-old grandma SHOT'd while handing out baked goods. I guess y'all think that this is acceptable? I guess y'all think that this is acceptable? Let's hear it.
Police want to find the person who shot a Good Samaritan as she passed out food to the needy. The horrific shooting happened Wednesday morning as Dorothy Gordon handed out baked goods from the trunk of her car. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from Grady Memorial Hospital, where she just talked with the 75-year-old son.
Did she say 75-year-old son? I thought the lady was 75. Hold on. Wait.
East Point police want to find the person who shot a Good Samaritan as she passed out food to the needy. The horrific shooting happened Wednesday morning as Dorothy Gordon handed out baked goods from the trunk of her car. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us from Grady Memorial Hospital, where she just talked with the 75-year-old son.
Well, good afternoon, Christine. This shooting has angered a whole lot of community members and even veteran lawmen, and it's left 75-year-old Dorothy Gordon here at Grady Memorial Hospital with a bullet still lodged in her back.
I think it was terrible. You know, it's just, you never know what's going to happen, and somebody trying to do the right thing, and then stuff like this happen.
Justin Gordon is flabbergasted that someone would shoot his mother, Dorothy Gordon, at 9 o'clock in the morning as she passed out food with.
Damn, you can't even be outside at 9 o'clock in the morning. Shout out to the ATL, because y'all a mess too.
Wednesday at the Chevron on Washington Road in East Point.
Mom usually donates food, so she was handing out food at the gas station, and then some stray bullet struck my mom in the back.
East Point police say the shooter took off. Crime Stoppers has posted a $5,000 reward for anyone with information.
Why do they be taking off? I'm confused, because if it happens to be a kid, of which we do not know yet, they'll say that their frontal lobe isn't fully developed, but they seem to know when to run. I'm confused.
Even
shout out to Reaper. Good morning, boo.
Police are livid behind the senseless shooting.
Right now, I mean, I get the reward.
Who? When did you hear me say that? Who said that? Who said that? They ain't shit. In particular situations, they ain't shit, especially you. So y'all don't even care about the elderly. So y'all don't even give a damn about the elderly. Wow. So y'all don't even care about people who have lived their whole ass lives. There was an elderly person in the last story. There's an elderly person in this story. And all you're going to focus on is the fact that she was a Black woman, and you think I have a problem with that? I have a problem with people taking people out of here when that's not what they're supposed to be doing. Keep your hands to your damn self is what you should be doing. Go work for what it is that you want. How about that? I guess that's crazy talk. Okay. Whatever you say. Then so now the pro-Blacks thinks it's okay to take out elders now. Can't imagine what's wrong with the community, okay? You got a Black person saying that it's okay to not have any empathy for the elders. Clearly trolls, right? Because we all know how I feel about the elderly and the veterans and men. But you just pick and choose because you just want to be upset because you just want me to be wrong about what I'm saying because you don't like what I'm talking about, which is right here on your screen as reported, by Fox 5 Atlanta. So you got a problem with what's being reported? Go to Fox 5 Atlanta. Go to Fox 45 in Baltimore. Go talk to them about it. Now, they're going to say, well, child, this is what's going on in this city. Now, I don't know what y'all going to do about that. But I tell you what, none of your pro-Blacks is going down here to say anything. Not even a Black Lives Matter people. Where the Black Lives Matter people, child? Where they at? I guess because she's old, she don't count. The elderly get the opportunity to live their whole life in order for a gremlin, allegedly, to be able to take them out. And you're okay with that, huh?
Even police are livid behind the senseless shooting.
Right now, I mean, I get the reward, but right now our biggest reward is finding out exactly what happened. We're angry by this. We're saddened by.
Hey, oppressor, you look good.
This, and we want to bring family justice.
And East Point police say there were really a lot of people in the area when this shooting happened on Wednesday morning. They are asking anyone with information to give Crime Stoppers a call. That number is 404-577-TIPS. That is the very latest from.
What does tip on this station? TIPS. That's interesting. That's funny. Child, rest in peace to that woman. They will catch those people, whoever it is, soon damn enough. She over here trying to help the homeless, and this is the things that you get. Oh, Lord, help your people. I can't see. Brian, thank you so much, boo. He said, I'm an early millennial, 1984, and I was always home at dusk when I was a kid. I was 16 and had my license. Even in high school, I had to get good grades or my dad will pull my car keys. Shout out to your dad. Shout out to fathers in the home and for being in their children's lives. Shout out to you. Yeah, that's how it works. Shout out to Generation X. We had to be home. We had rules. We couldn't be out whenever we wanted to be, whenever we wanted to be, however we wanted to be. Unless you get your ass beat or you get punished. They used to take away the TV. They used to take away the TV, and you couldn't go outside and couldn't go skating. That's what my punishments used to be. Or I couldn't go to my best friend's house. That sucks. Anyway. Well, for the trolls, I'm going to ignore you now, because if you have something to say, send a fucking super chat, because all you're doing is being foolish at this point, because I ain't got time for your bullshit. I got a show to run. And clearly you must like it because you're still here and it still helps to make money. So shout out to y'all. Let's go on over to the right wing, Angel. And they says, now, I think this is a big story, but I hadn't been onto it. It says parents who deleted their 4-year-old daughter used corrosive chemicals and tools to dispose of her body. Vic, thank you so much for the silver stars. I appreciate you. It says from the right winged Angel, where are all the outrage from the Black community for this precious little girl's vicious red rum? Authorities say DNA testing has confirmed that human remains recovered from a South Carolina reservoir belong to 4-year-old Javea Harris, whose parents are accused of deleting her. Investigators allege Javea died from a head injury caused by abuse before her parents, Michaela Herring and Jamoria Harris, used corrosive chemicals in an attempt to destroy her body and dumped her remains into Cedar Creek Reservoir to conceal the crime. Officials say only a small portion of her remains has been recovered, and they do not expect to find the rest. Oh, Lord. The parents, who were already charged with homicide by child abuse, now face additional charges for the destruction and desecration of human remains. The sheriff called the case one of the most horrific he has encountered in nearly 40 years. Yeah, Lord, have mercy.
Covered the human remains of 4-year-old Javea Harris. Sheriff Sawyer says they were found in a body of water outside of Aiken County.
That a few human remains were recovered in an area known as Cedar Creek Reservoir, also known as Stumpy Pond in Fairfield County.
The sheriff says chemicals and other tools were used to destroy the little girl's body before her parents poured what was left into the body of water. Sheriff Sawyer also talked about how he feels about Michaela Herring and Jamaria Harris.
There's some very harsh words that I would like to use about Jamaria and Michaela and their actions.
And Michaela.
But I will not do that. But I will tell you this.
Law enforcement has recovered the human remains of 4.
I will not refer to them as mom and dad or mother or father. They don't deserve that title.
Father, her spirit is back with you now. Yes. She out of all the pain, all the abuse, Father. Yes. And she rests in a heavenly holy place.
People from the Aiken area showed up to show their support for law enforcement and Javea.
It's important because he's a child. And not only that, life is for us to cherish, not for someone to take it away.
Members of the...
Well, I guess it depends on who you're talking to, man, because clearly there's plenty of people today that think that this is acceptable and okay. So it's more important to worry about white people instead of worrying about your own and your own community. That's what I'm hearing.
Aiken County Sheriff's Office wore pink at the news conference.
Everybody's put on Facebook to wear pink. The pink's their favorite color. We just thought it would be... I mean, we care about her like everybody else does.
White man, you can't. According to what we've heard today, there's no way that you can care. You don't. They're going to say that you're lying. Allegedly.
I will not refer to them as mom and dad or mother or father. They don't deserve.
All right, so we heard that. So again, this is a big story. I think, Lawrence, you said it was a big thing near Augusta, but I wasn't tracking it honestly until I saw this, and I didn't know it was this bad. So rest in peace to that baby. That's crazy. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's not for me to get, though, especially if it's your own damn kid, right? No. But with these people, it's okay because all you got to do is worry about white people. And that's the main reason for everything. Let's go to, it looks like California, WJLA. It says, while new video shows alleged assault of TSA agents at, oh no, this is freaking Maryland at BWI. So does this mean we just got TSA back and now they out here messing around with them? Y'all remember with the long ass lines and everything? Now we gonna fight TSA. TSA workers about to quit. I don't blame them. I quit too. Life is Good says, where is Ben Crump and Al Sharpton with the outrage on all the stories Michonne just showed us? Where is the outrage? There ain't gonna be none. You see where Ben jumped to? He jumped to that, I think his name is Irving, with the white boy. That's the only place he gonna jump to. And Al ain't jumping nowhere. He gonna stay right in New York City with all the crime happening in New York City. He gonna stay right where he is. They don't give a damn. Not one damn. Just like the people that we see in this damn chat. They just want to be focused on white people. Well, keep focusing on them, child. Keep focusing on them. While all these people get taken out. All the black people that get taken out. All the crime in the community. And then your black leaders ain't trying to help or do anything. But y'all keep electing them. So that's where it's all political comes from. But y'all don't want to see the connection. This is around the time. Isn't this around the time? Child, what did we have? We had Chow, Carmelo, Nolan now. This is gearing up to be an interesting election season. Very interesting election season. All right, come on. What is going on at the airport? Because I don't want this trouble when I get there.
They're perhaps one of the most underappreciated workforces in the country, the TSA. But tonight we're seeing new video of a full-blown assault against them, and it happened right here in the DMV at BWI Marshall Airport. Tom Rousey is there with the story.
The suspect in this incident had to go through the TSA to get to a flight he ultimately missed, but that would not be his only encounter with the TSA that day. You see that reflected sign for Chick-fil-A in the distance? Well, near that, he would have a second bizarre encounter with them. 2 government shutdowns in less than 6 months last fall and this spring cost the TSA well over 1,000 employees. But the union representing them has pointed to violence and threats from passengers as another reason agents leave. Newly released video from BWI Marshall Airport shows an example. Police say that's 32-year-old Cornelius Queen of Charles County sitting on the floor talking with a man in line at Chick-fil-A. Something sets Queen off and he grabs and shoves the man towards a frozen yogurt place. Queen picks up the man's orange water bottle and slams it on the ground, only to catch it when it bounces up. He later hurls the bottle at another passenger's head, that passenger ducking to avoid it. A TSA supervisor arrives and Queen goes after him. The supervisor backs up a good distance. Queen lunges at him but falls to the ground.
Yeah, he must be on something. What the hell is going on? None of this makes any sense.
Then other agents pile on top to help arrest him. The incident happened on April 2nd, a little after 4 in the afternoon, but the video was just released today. Queen was indicted for assault on the agents in June. We looked up his record. He's faced many charges in Maryland and has some
what a surprise.
Felony convictions. However, most of what he's been accused of over the years was not violent crime like the BWI incident. One notable exception being an armed robbery charge 13 years ago. Just the week before.
Armed robbery is not a violent crime? Well, what the hell is it? What the hell?
One notable exception being an armed robbery charge 13 years ago. Just the week before the April incident, BWI Marshall had seen long lines like these as many TSA agents pulled out after not being paid for the second time since the previous October. So why did Queen allegedly do this? Well, we don't know for sure, but we do know from an incident report that he apparently missed a Spirit Airlines flight. Now, that company...
How the hell old is this? Hold on. This is 12 hours ago. Spirit been out of business. What are we talking about? Child, was he looking for a Spirit? Was he looking for a Spirit flight this weekend?
Has since gone out of business in the months after the incident. I did reach out to Queen's...
Damn it, come on. What are we... Hold on.
Company has since gone out of business in the month... Why did Queen allegedly do this? Well, we don't know for sure, but we do know from an incident report that he apparently missed a Spirit Airlines flight. Now, that...
Spirit flight. What is going on? Oh my God. He said he missed a Spirit flight. What the fuck? this is finally something funny, child, because this is crazy. He missed a Spirit flight. Spirit been out of business, what, 2 months now? What the hell?
October. So why did Queen allegedly do this? Well, we don't know for sure, but we do know from an incident report that he apparently missed a Spirit Airlines flight. Now, that company has since gone out of business in the months after the incident. I did reach out to Queen's listed attorney, but as of tonight, have not heard back. Reporting to BWI Marshall.
Oh, so he missed a flight from Spirit before Spirit went out of business. Child, Lord help your people, because that's what I thought they said. Well, they ain't got nothing to do with this incident, though, Tom. Come on now, child, please. Wait, Tom had me too happy, though, because I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know why he mentioned that. That's weird. But if he had said, oh, my God. Anyway, y'all. What do we need to go over now? That's enough for Crime is Down. We're done with it. What are we gonna look at? Let's look at Gen Z first. Let's look at Gen X versus Gen Z, child. Oh, Lord help your people. Tom, you got me over here crying though. So we already know, I should turn on the other channel. Gen Z has a problem with Generation X. I don't know what their problem is, but child, they got a problem. And they always want to blame all of their life issues, lessons, and whatnot on Generation X, right? They don't talk to their parents. They said we did the right thing. They said, how dare you? How could you? And you set us up for failure, and how we supposed to live, and we don't want to have to work. It's y'all's fault that we have to work. It's not fair. We value our minds. And what is the Sunday thing called? Sizzling Sunday or whatever, when it's time to go back to work. And then they're out here talking about we value our mental health. Child, I don't think y'all do. But we'll see what they got to say today. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. This is a TikTok thread of Gen Z, basically. Kofa. Shout out to Kofa. Sunday Scaries. These are adults talking about the Sunday Scaries on a Sunday before it's time to go back to school. But they think Generation X is their problem? I don't think so, child. I don't think so. Let's hear it.
A Gen Xer will work a job for 25 years under a manager or supervisor who made their life or tried to make their life hell for 23 of those years, just so they can have a secure retirement in 2 more years. Gen Z will walk into a job and quit after 25 minutes if it costs them their mental health or peace. Go Gen Z. A Gen Xer will work a job for 25 years under a manager or supervisor who made their life or tried to make their life hell for 23 of those years, just so they can have a secure retirement in 2 more years. Gen Z will walk into a job and quit after 25 minutes if it costs them their mental health or peace. Go Gen Z.
That's a flex, y'all. I'm going to walk in there, and if I don't like it, I'm going to quit after 25 minutes. Cool, do that. What I got to do with us? Do it. So then when you get on here and you start doing beg talk, we're going to laugh at you, okay? Because I'm just trying to understand how these people expect to live if they don't work and make money. Oh, that's where you sassy straights come in. You're supposed to these are the people that want you to take care of them because you ain't shit, but you're supposed to take care of them. Y'all supposed to make 6 figures, the 666s, and then y'all are supposed to take care of them, okay? Allegedly, that's the plan, okay? I don't know, but it sounds a little crazy to me. Now, these people always, when they talk about what Generation X went through, they always talk about it as downtrodden. It was a hard time. You stressed out. You wasn't this, you wasn't that. Like they was there. Like they know, right? She said just to have a retirement. She said just to have a retirement. Like she's talking about ordering a pizza. Just to have a retirement. Ma'am, what are you supposed to do all your life? Just be on TikTok? This is what you're supposed to do with your life? I guess that's what they thinking, y'all. Anyway, I guess she told us. Oh, this ain't got no sound.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So today I saw a video.
All right, now.
Mom, what are you doing? Okay, guys, my mom just got back from work. Mom, tell them what you just told me.
Shout out to Mom. Sassy Straights. Look, if you see the background too, this is a good background. She look good. Don't be saying that. I don't be sending y'all good looking women. Look at her. Don't tell me she ain't good looking.
Now you're putting me on the spot.
She thinks her generation is the best,
Gen X.
and Gen Z's bad.
For the win. I didn't say Gen Z was bad. I said Gen X is different. Gen Xers are built different.
Gen Z's not great. Okay, she gonna sit up here talking about Gen Z's not bad. She hesitated on that. Not all of y'all. Enough of y'all though. Enough of y'all are lazy. The lazy generation, however y'all saying that. So what she's saying is she's weak. In the last video, absolutely. But they covet that type of stuff. So I love it. Because then they get on TikTok whining and complaining, so make it make sense. They don't want to work. They lazy. That's the bottom line. Speaking of, shout out to Gen Z. Thank you, Celine. She said Gen Z is a generation of settling in situationships and unclear intentions. Child, you better be careful. You sounded like you might be Generation X around here, even though we know you're not.
Because we were latchkey kids. Because we had to learn to be self-reliant and self-sufficient at a very young age. Because for many of us, our parents were younger parents, so they were so busy trying to do their own things and provide for the family that they didn't really have the same amount of time to invest in us as, for example, I'm investing in you. And so we had to really learn to do a lot of things on our own. Also, we have more access to technology. We have more access to things that we know now are more health conscious, that are more brain conscious, that are more body conscious, that are health related. So all of those things. And also, I think, unlike our parents, and I'm going to say women specifically, who may have felt like they had to give everything to their kids. And so then their jar is empty and they have nothing to give to themselves. I think that Gen Xers have learned that we have to give to ourselves and pour into ourselves so that we can be better for our kids. So self-care in this generation, I think, is
For
really
your
important
mind.
for my generation. Self-care. And I think we have now passed that on to your generation. And so now you are more into
self-care.
self-care and all those things. So that's the thing that I said.
Do you think Gen Z is tough? Do you think we're strong? That's a no.
That is a no. Shout out to the hesitation. She's just trying to be nice to her son. I guess I could deal with him, even though this hair I'm looking like I'm crossing the street. But yeah, she looks like she raised a good young man. Shout out to her.
I wouldn't say it's a no, but I would say that for many of us Gen X parents, there may have been a little more coddling because we had a little more maybe than our parents had. Do you know what I mean? But I have tried to teach you guys to be tough and to be strong. And there's certain things I've said I'm not going to do. You have to learn to do it yourself, or I'm not going to help you with this. I never want to see you fall. But sometimes you have to stumble in order to understand and learn on your own, right?
Yeah.
No, you know, a lot of them, they be out here talking about, oh, you just want to see us suffer. No, it's not about trying to see you suffer, but child, you got to learn. You got to learn to figure shit out and stand on your own 2 feet. Oh, no, that means suffering. That means you're supposed to just give it to me. Shout out to Rick James. You're just supposed to help me. Help yourself. Help yourself. How about that? If you have questions, then we can go ahead and help you with the answers to said questions. But no, that's not what they want to do. They just want you to give.
So, you know, we can't give you everything because then that spoils the child and it makes it so that the bird that we're trying to kind of push out of the nest,
I think I've already spoiled.
and you got to flap your wings, but you can flap your wings and fly.
That's true. Mom, what?
You heard him say he's already spoiled, right? He already said that he's spoiled. I mean, look at this. Shout out to her and doing the damn thing. Of course he's spoiled. Child, I wish I had this above my cabinets, though. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's probably an arch into the living room. All right. I don't need that. Anyway.
Gen Z is the hardest working generation.
What?
And it's not even close. I see so many other generations.
Child, he just out here talking. Gen Z is the hardest working generation of whining and complaining.
Bashing us for being unemployed, not wanting to work. But the real problem is we can't work right now. I mean, we can, but it's hard for us.
We're the hardest working generation. We can work, but we can't because it's so hard.
The Wall Street Journal literally just posted, it is the worst job market in 5 years, and 5 years ago was COVID.
That settles it.
I mean, you're seeing college graduates with 3.8 GPAs from schools like Michigan and other huge schools that literally just can't get a job after applying to hundreds and hundreds of places.
You can't fit stupid.
As someone who graduated in May, I'm still looking for a job after 225 applications. I literally pay my rent off class action lawsuits when a company gets sued off the Pay Me app.
You do what?
So I'm literally stalking this Pay Me app to try to find when I can get my next paycheck and working as a local barista. So don't.
Child, what the hell is that? I gotta figure that out. Can we get up on that? You giving up some tea now. Hold on. I mean, I don't use the app. The Pay Me app? I never heard of it.
Get sued.
How come it can't be Cash App? I know I'm in on that one.
Off the Pay Me app.
You do what?
So I'm literally stalking this Pay Me app to try to find when I can get my next paycheck and working as a local barista.
That's a little creative, but I've never heard of that app before. Listen, not gay adjacent, girl.
So don't say that we're not willing to work. We want to work. It's just hard for us.
225 different companies do not see you as employee material. You still blame somebody else? What? I ain't got nothing, man.
Here come the stitch. First of all, y'all are the generation known for it's everybody else fucking fault. Right? Y'all generation is most famous for smoking crack.
The crack? What?
That's what y'all. That's the reason why y'all call it the silent generation.
So we the silent generation. They couldn't have Googled this. So we the crack era, y'all. Goodbye, child. These people just be saying shit.
Cause y'all was too busy silent smoking crack. The generation of dodging responsibilities. Crack. For real, cuz.
Yeah, right.
Did you forget about the internet? Or every fucking device you use to be able to survive today? Just saying. But yo, see, I checked out your content, right? And you got some little political commentary and all that. You got some little knowledge behind your shit. But how in the fuck is you gonna call us the silent generation? If you had brains, you know that was like Great Depression, post-World War II motherfuckers.
That's an easy ChatGPT look. Yo, they were eating Tide Pods. They were eating Tide Pods. Wow, you're absolutely right. That is hilarious. I totally forgot about that.
That ain't us. And then, dodging responsibility. Let me tell you about the responsibility that we had, right? We ain't gonna get all up on the water hoses and the latch keys and all that other shit. Yeah, that's what we did, but that's lightweight novelty. The responsibility that we had was so crazy, it will fold you. You will find your safe space, and we will invade it.
Bro, where's Gen X?
Gen X mom.
Here come the stitch.
I am a proud member of Gen Z, but let's talk about the difference between Gen Z and Gen X because it's coming down to the point where people need to understand. Gen X is so straight cut. They are so straight to the book and are unwilling to try new things.
So now we unwilling to try new things, y'all? Wow, I didn't know that. Thanks, Zoe.
I mean, like, they wouldn't know if it hit them in the head that a new thing would save them hours a day. Gen Z, on the other hand, is all about embracing new things, finding new things to help them get through day to day or just implement into their life.
First, I think she's getting the letters confused. Red Menace said, Gen Z is the reason businesses have to put a sign that says extremely hot over a fireplace and a fireplace. Yes, that's a good analogy. DBS, you want to listen, don't get in it. Don't get in it. Trust me, you want to stay out of it. They want to blame us because they think we're all their parents when it's really the lower end of probably exes, but they blame everybody else. And they think that we feel guilty about the stuff that they say while not even taking a look at who the hell it is that you're talking about. Yeah, no, we don't feel guilty about none of this. None of it. You're an adult. You wanted to be an adult. You wanted to get out. You wanted to go out. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. You wanted to spend the money you wanted to spend on. Have at it. Enjoy yourself. Shout out to the Jacksons. Then when that responsibility come back around, don't come home trying to say, but, nah, sis, sir, y'all out there spending money like there's no tomorrow, but complaining about capitalism. Make it make sense. Child. Random girl says, I'm so embarrassed to be Gen Z, a whole generation. Oh, of course we don't mean every single one, but enough, child, enough. Shout out to God of the Seas. No F's given. That actually should be the hashtag.
Dog, you sound lazy as fuck. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. All the help that you need, like that shit sound lazy as fuck. That's your generation. But I really got to say something to this one though. Strict. How the fuck is we strict? And we the ones who shattered the rules. We the ones who showed you motherfuckers how to be badasses. How about that? So yo, go back to that lazy ass safe space, and once again, leave Generation X the fuck alone. Because if you want to see strict, we will strictly hop on your ass fast, and that's real.
Yo, his caption says Gen X versus Gen Z. This looks like the fourth video. It says they keep coming with that Gen Z-ish. So that's the reason why we got to do this, because they won't shut the hell up. You're going to come for us, we're going to come back. That's it. That's all. Straight to the what we're doing.
They just don't make them like they used to, young people. What's it like being born in the same century as Theodore Roosevelt? Oh, you want to have a roast battle? At least my generation doesn't eat Tide Pods. At least my generation...
Shout out to whoever just said that. Shout out to whoever just said that. I apologize. I forget that quick. I totally forgot. Tide Pod eaters. The Tide Pod. Oh, maybe we should call them the Tide Pod generation. When I do the title, maybe I should do Gen Z equals the Tide Pod generation. Whoo, Lord.
Generation doesn't smoke when they're pregnant. At least my generation can read time on a clock with hands. At least my generation can convert a file to PDF without giving our computer aids. At least my generation had rap and hip-hop music you could actually understand the words in. At least my generation cares about work-life balance. My generation had real metal vehicles. At least my generation didn't eat lead paint. At least my generation wasn't addicted to tablets. At least my generation isn't mentally deteriorated from drinking nothing but water from the water hose.
Not our minds is deteriorated because we was drinking from the water hose. Child.
That was the best tasting water. You take that back. Listen, we should set aside our differences and combine forces to take on the really old people. The really old people, who are they? The old people that wouldn't let women have a bank account and violently protested to keep schools segregated. Okay, but look, we've got you, Gen Z, and we've got me, Gen X, but we need the millennials for this one. Yeah, I know how to call them. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Is Bill Nye y'all's thing? Shout out to Legend in the building. I see you, boo. Is Bill Nye y'all's guy? I think one of my kids used to watch that. That's not my thing at all. Shout out to Bill Nye the Science Guy.
You know, a lot of people talk crap about Gen X, right? I'm a Gen Z. My parents are Gen X. I truly think Gen Z is going to be the new Gen X, right? Okay, hold your stones, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We live in a glass house, all right? Boomers raised Gen X, okay? And so for everyone who wants to, Gen X, do you just have beef with your parents? Because first of all, I love my parents, all right? I think they're cool. I'm not saying they're perfect, all right? Because nobody's perfect. But like, you know, you want to talk about every Karen is a Gen X. I see you in these comments. Oh, but that's not. Hope this helps. Baby, you're a modern day Karen.
All right, she's born.
Hey, Ange, I need to ask you for a favor today. Emma, it's Angela. I've told you that like 12 times today, but sure, how can I help you? Thanks, Ange. I'm really overstimulated today. I know it's Friday and it's only like 11 o'clock, but I'm going to need to leave early. I'm just overstimulated with all the work that I have to do. It's Angela, but if you leave early because you're overstimulated, that means I have to do your work because I'm the backup. Yeah, that would be great. I'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend, Ange. It's Angela, and I don't want to do your work. Hey, Ange.
Y'all, I got called out at work today for having a period at the end of my Teams message. A period. One of my Gen Z coworkers, she's like, you need to stop putting the period at the end of your messages. I'm like, what are you talking about, period? She's like, yeah, it's considered aggressive. Aggressive? When did proper grammar become aggressive thing in this world? When? I will double space, ellipses, and hyphenate till the day I freaking die.
Exactly.
Y'all are not going to make it. Mm-mm.
Didn't we talk about they don't like the stop sign or the U-turn sign because it offends the ABCDs or something? Child, if y'all don't go live in your own fucking world, because just like her, I'm not changing shit. I'm not changing a GD thing to appease a bunch of lazy ass Tide Pod eaters. Never ever, no way. Never ever. I'm not doing the what is it called? Name your pronouns. I'm telling you, these jobs be like, you have to name your pronouns. And I said, no, I don't. I'm not doing that. It's not that serious of a thing. It's actually stupid. I love Roseanne. I used to love watching Roseanne. I still do. It's still my opinion. The #1 sitcom that ever was, about true real life, dark and gritty sometimes, but good, the way it should be. I don't disagree with you. I did like that show. But now you're not allowed to like it. If you're black, you're not allowed to like it because black people don't like white people anymore, okay? It's not allowed. It's in the code, FYI.
Here come the stitch.
Bro, I hate when people be talking about, oh, this generation don't do this generation don't do that. And I'll be thinking like, bro, do y'all not study history? Did y'all not take a history course in school? Because what generation do y'all want to go back to? Do y'all want to go back to the generation of the Holocaust? Do y'all want to go back to the generation of slavery?
Not the generation of the Holocaust and the generation of slavery. All right, Wonder Bread. All right, well, you good. Well, I can't talk to you then. My bad. It's in the code. Shout out to JP in the building. I appreciate you, boo. He said, get your people in. Hold on. I gotta make it bigger. Pause. Get your people involved to Dan Moore acting a fool. As your newfound campaign manager, I'm needing you to run for governor of Maryland. They don't want me governor of Maryland. They don't want me governor, nor do they want me mayor. I'm just saying. The video that I show in the beginning is courtesy of JP on my Who's Demonetized. He made that video for me from that rant a week ago. Shout out to you, boo. Shout out to everybody that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Yeah, not to mention that the Holocaust was in Germany. Child, these people just be saying shit. They just gotta just talk for some reason.
Do y'all want to go back to crack in the 80s? What generation do y'all be talking about that is so much better than ours? Like, I'm so confused.
Don't be. It's Generation X. Easy as that. It's not conceited. We confident. But I'm going to get to that later. Let me get to you. It's apparent that you didn't pay any attention in history class. Because I didn't know they had a slavery, crack, and Holocaust generation. I thought those were like events.
That is crazy. Imagine if there was something called the slavery generation. The crack generation. Maybe it was a crack generation. Not a generation, but maybe. Are these the products of crackheads? Is that what's going on? I think I've asked this before. Are these people, Generation Z, the product of the crackheads that was cracking it up? Because for the most part, my youngest, like I said, is older. She's right on the cusp of the X and Z. I'm sorry, Y and Z, and the other one is a Y. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's what it is.
that happened during time periods. I don't know. It could just be me. But check it out, though. We don't come fucking with y'all.
Not at all.
That's what you have to realize. See,
listen, for those that weren't here, the reason we do this, the reason that we do this is because Generation Z won't keep X out their damn mouth. They will not. And I'm never going to forget the heifer that said that Generation X grandparents ain't shit because we won't watch their kids for a weekend while they go party in Miami. It says that we ain't shit because we not like our parents who watched our kids. They talking like they was here. They don't know what they talking about, but always talking. Oh, so that's what y'all gonna do? We'll fight back. Don't even worry about it. And the difference is that y'all are the ones that's gonna be more hurt than we are because we don't give a damn. At the end of the day, y'all the ones that care about your feelings and get the Sunday scaries and say some dumb shit, especially as males to say the shit, low testosterone that you are. And go along with crap. Y'all can't even work 8-hour days. You got men in here that's working 75 hours a week at their ages of 40s and 50s, y'all 20 years old and can't even do an 8-hour damn shift. Oh yeah, you want to talk shit? Y'all talk your shit, okay? Because we can talk too.
Generation, we laid back, we chill. Yeah, we find the fuck out, but you gotta make yourself find the fuck out. We're not just gonna run up on you, nah. But when you do, we don't instigate. We finish. It's easy as that. That's our generation, X to be exact. But yo, I'm not even gonna go into all the accomplishments and everything that we've done and all the shit that we do. Nah, I ain't gotta do that. I can just tell you about one thing. Just one that changed the world. The fucking internet. You don't get that yet? You looking at me right now on your fucking screen because of what? Us. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. They certainly didn't make all this technology. That's for damn sure. No respect. Y'all need to learn some respect, Generation Z. That's y'all's problem. You think you running shit. You can't even run yourselves to work. Everything is high. Everything is high. Y'all try and get $80 an hour to drop fries when we have $4.25 working at McDonald's and Burger King. Y'all think you're supposed to go there and make a living from the time that you step foot out of college. That ain't how it worked. But y'all still want to whine and complain and then act like y'all had it easy. Did we? Did we? You don't know what easy is.
Generation. We did that. Analog to digital. Cool. But let me tell you something, youngster. Your best bet is to get your shit straight before you come fucking with us. And if you come fucking with us, you're not going to win. You're not.
Walk around and find out.
My parents are not cousins.
All right, I don't like it.
One of the things that I want to say about my generation shitting on younger generations, I want my generation to look at the younger generation and say, are you really upset about how they're conducting themselves? Or are you upset that you didn't have the courage to say, this shit's stupid, I'm not doing it? Because
so, Generation X, we didn't say this shit is stupid, we not doing it, Bueller? So just because we didn't say it out loud, does that mean that we weren't saying it, Bueller? Were we going around here putting up with bullshit, child? I mean, we did what our parents told us to do because we was going to get in trouble. That's a big difference because we didn't want to get kicked out, even though enough of us have, including myself. But we ain't got no problem with saying nothing about nobody, about nothing once we became adults, child. Because we know about plan A, plan B, and plan C. We know that we have to work in order to eat. We understand that you might have to have some shit, but ain't nobody putting up with all this shit because we'll just move the fuck on. Now, these people want to be influencers all day. They want to do what they want to do whenever they want to do it. And then they mad because we have houses. Oh, they mad because we have money. Oh. Now, how that work again? They always pocket watching. And now you got this ninja over here talking about we didn't say we're not going to do shit. We said plenty of times and we say it today. I ain't doing that shit. I ain't dealing with that shit. We might not necessarily use those words because we have to be professional because we do understand that we do still want the job, but we can still get the point across without cursing someone out or without quitting. We can get our point across. You all can't do that, meaning Z's. Y'all have the Sunday scaries. As a whole ass adult, I would never say I got the Sunday scaries. That sounds like you're about to poop yourself or something. And y'all think that shit is good. We pride ourselves on our mental health. Our mental health. Child, y'all ain't even barely got any mental with half of the things that y'all are saying. Half of it don't make no damn sense. You're gonna sit up here and try to be like, oh, we wasn't putting up with it. There's plenty of shit I didn't put up with. Still don't. Forever will be that way. Just like I said, I'm not doing that pronoun shit. No, I'm not doing it. At work, I'm not doing it. Leave me alone. Get out of my face. There's two genders. You can't say that. Who can't say that? Who? Two. Y'all don't like that. You're fat, you're skinny, you're in between. Y'all don't like that. It is what it is. We can drive a stick shift. Most of us, I'm sure. Y'all don't even know what a stick shift is, Chad. Read an analog clock. Can y'all do that? Can y'all do that? I'm thinking
This
no.
is amazing.
Y'all over here eating Tide Pods and you want to sit up here and talk about us? Yo, I swear we probably did eat lead though, y'all. Because they didn't get rid of lead paint until I think 1974. was probably breathing in all this lead. We were in cars and weren't required to have seatbelts. I mean, the car had seatbelts. We just wasn't required to wear them. Y'all gotta be strapped the fuck in. We just dealt with it. We didn't need Ritalin and whatever the hell else that they say. You know, we can be our age now and go to the gym and work out. Y'all need Ozempic. Y'all need help with everything. Y'all whine about everything. You do know how to be whores, though. Y'all certainly got that down pat. You know how to be whores. You know how to get on camera and cry and whine. And then when no one gives a damn about it, then you cry. We love those videos. Don't we love crying in the car, y'all? We love crying in the car videos. Keep it up. I appreciate them. Shout out to JP. He said clothes fold fun for Generation X. Shut up. I do have a load to do, though. 2 loads that I have to fold. Shut up, jackass. Ass Jack, my bad. Night Jade, I appreciate you. She said, this is dumb. I'm going home to play Mario. Deuces. Shout out to Mario Brothers. Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Frogger, Tetris. All those good games. What do these people play? They play GTA in real life, and then people come around talking about, you shouldn't talk about your own people. What are you talking about? I'm thinking there's a parenting problem, of which we didn't have issue. I mean, we didn't like it, but we certainly had to listen, right? Y'all don't believe in parenting your damn kids, so they out here wilding out. Now we're supposed to just accept that? Y'all, please. Fuck y'all, fuck your kids, okay? Fuck them kids. We do not care. I don't. Reaper, thank you, boo. He said for the wash and dry. Goodbye. Hit the like button. Goodbye. Y'all hit the like button before we subscribe if you are new. Well, see, I thought this was Tatum at first.
Because there's a lot of, see, they don't understand. They don't appreciate hard work. No one fucking does. We're literally the only species that does this stupid shit. We're the only species in the entirety of nature that goes, I should work 70 hours a week so that I can have the minimum level of shelter and food. And in fact, I could work 40 hours a week plus, but if I only make minimum wage, I still can't afford the minimum shelter and food by myself.
So I don't know who he's pandering to, but clearly it's someone, because the part that he's not saying is that we got married. So we combined incomes, and these people don't do that. They want to be strong and independent and show and prove every day that they are neither strong nor independent. Somebody just said something. Let me see if I can find a comment, because they said that Generation Z are the ones who have 100 bodies by the time they're 21. That's y'all. Shout out to you, whoever said that. I can't find a comment. Shout out to ya for that wonderful thing, for being known as whores. Being on the internet saying it freely because you think that shit is cute. Then when no man wants y'all and don't want to get married, then you're like, where did all the men go? And then you're upset about that. Patricia says she's a baby boomer and she works 60 hours a week. Imagine sitting up here saying that working is a problem as a man who looks like he's probably Generation X. How do you say that? How do you say that to people that can't even work 40 hours a week? And then someone that is twice their age or more is working 60 and 70 hours, and they want to make that seem like it's a negative. How the hell do y'all live? And then you don't combine incomes. You don't get married. They're not telling the fact that we, not only did we get married, we combined incomes and then we built things. They just think houses just came out of the blue and they cost 55 cents and we just went down there for a sale. Don't even be looking at the shit. Just be saying shit. That ain't even true. That's crazy. Princess Gen X invented breakdancing. They make TikTok dances. Life is Good said, exactly, that was insane. She was like, I found a cute apartment, but you didn't send the final paperwork, so they moved on from you. They can't finish anything without somebody reminding them to do something. Like, you got that whole ass phone in your hand and you can't even set a reminder. You can't even tell Siri or whatever the other phone uses. Whatever the other phone is. I don't know what it is. I ain't got that. Uncle Rick in the building. He said, crying about how it ain't gonna change it. Take your ass to work. Basic to them is a $500,000 house with vaulted ceilings and vacations whenever they want. Exactly. The priorities are all effed up. But y'all, if that y'all want it, good luck to y'all. Alone, going into debt, of which we've seen, we about to move on in a second. Going into debt and then crying and whining and blaming your parents. instead of listening, because you don't want y'all would rather troll because I had to turn it on subscribers mode. Clearly they still here. Y'all would rather troll than to listen to what's being said.
This is amazing.
You worrying about tone like when Kevin Samuels was alive. Rest in peace to the Godfather. Instead of listening. And if you all think that it makes sense that people who are young and what is it called? They got more. What is it called, child? When you're young, metabolism on fleek, and you think that it makes sense for them to whine and cry, especially males, about working. What is going on? What are you supposed to do? Who's supposed to take care of these people? I'm confused. Who? Not I. If my kids ain't got no reason for coming home, you're not coming home. No, because you want to be irresponsible and then you think you're supposed to come home. They've both come home already. There is no more coming home. There is no more coming home. You've cashed those checks already. Figure it the fuck out. I'm telling you. But they don't want to hear that. They think everything is hardline because you ask questions, because you tell them you need to have a plan. You need to stop spending money. You need to cut back here. You need to work more. You need to work. How are males, women, female, misandrous, biatches, whores, how do you complain about what men don't do and you co-sign them not working just because they're in a Generation Z? So they don't have to work, and then you get out here complaining about you can't find a provider man. They don't work. How are they going to provide for you? They're not providing for yourself, and you are co-signing it. You're co-signing it. So you're going to freaking have a bunch of men that don't do shit, and then you're complaining that there's no men. You are co-signing that shit. Your ass need to work too. You need to have responsibility. You need to be able to do something if your significant other is not able to. You need to contribute. No, they just think they're going to find one of who they're complaining about right now. Coach Greg Adams is a Generation X. Shout out to him. I think he's in Japan. So he's over there ready to spend money on y'all because you're just whores. And then you want to take him up on that. No shade. Shout out to him. And then he moves on to the next one, and you're like, well, what about me? No, this ain't no permanent thing. Y'all have created it. I'm not even saying Generation Z created this, but you're participating in this shit. You're doing this to your own detriment. I thought women, y'all supposed to be feminists, all for women, doing the damn thing. We the best. No man can touch us. We make more money than men. That's your mantra. Probably learned from your mamas. Now all of a sudden you don't want to work because of the Sunday scaries. You don't want to work. You don't want to work for 50. What is it? Y'all said $17 an hour is the minimum wage when our minimum wage was $4.25. See, y'all don't look into anything. You just assume. You don't really know. You assume. You don't know what you're talking about. And you look crazy every day. And we're going to continue to talk about you because we're not your problem. You are your problem. You are your problem. The laziest generation that ate Tide Pods. Like, come on now. What are y'all doing? You want to sit in front of you want to sit in a car, if it's your car, and turn on the camera and start crying. Y'all want to get in a car and make a video in a car and start crying, and then turn around talking about TikTok don't pay enough. Well, I guess you better do something else then. Child, these people crazy. Thank you, JP. Said ADHD meds, LTM, bitch made Gen Z fun. That's that Generation Z in a nutshell. ADHD, needing meds. Because didn't y'all say that invest in depression medication? LTM, low testosterone males, and y'all, they're bitch made men. It is what it is. What else he's saying?
Not that bright. We are convincing ourselves we are. So my generation looks at the young, y'all don't want to work. I don't fucking want to work.
Nobody wants to work, but what is the alternative? I'm confused. This man sounds crazy too. I'm ashamed of him to be an Xer. He says nobody wants to work. So what's the alternative? So he's co-signing not working. Exactly, Gemini. BMM for sure. What is the alternative? I love it. I love it.
To work, I want to eat.
How do you eat if you don't work? Anybody? Bueller? Can anybody tell us? Bueller? Jess said, I had to learn to budget my money and it helps a lot. Something that we were taught? Yes, absolutely. How to write the stuff in the savings passbook, how to write it in your checkbook, how to deduct it, the ledger, subtract and add in when you get a deposit, all that. He said, I like to eat. Clearly.
So I have to work. No one wants to work. And so the fact
he's playing semantics. Oh, because you say you want to work. All right, you can use whatever word you want. The bottom line is you don't work, you don't eat.
The Gen Z has gone, I don't need a 7 Series BMW. I don't need a 6 Series, the Tesla Model S. They can all.
That is exactly what they say. That is exactly what they want. It's exactly what he just said. Teslas, what is that sports car called? A Hemi, something like that. I think it's a Mustang, if I'm not, a Hemi, something like that. That's exactly what they want, so that they can get on the internet and show everybody. Because all they want to do is brag about shit and don't want to do shit in order to get shit. They want you sassy straights to take care of it.
I don't need any of that.
Kids.
I don't need kids. That seems like a bad decision if I already don't have money. Like they like, well, if you want kids, don't fuck. That's cool. I don't want my personal relationships to be defined by that. Like Gen Z is so interesting. They just delete Snapchat. No more dicks. Boom. Boom. There it is.
Going for Kyrie today.
I'm sorry, man. You have been one of the things.
I don't understand. Yeah, a Hellcat. Yeah, it's a Hellcat. Okay, thank you, child. Something. That's what they want. That's what they was buying during the pandemic. I'm telling you what the problem is. There was already a problem, but the pandemic happened and the government was taking care of them. And that's why you got Ma'am Danby and the girl in Portland elected, because they think it's going to go back to that. That was a moment in time. You ain't never going to see it again. I don't know why they can't get over it. Remember, everybody was at home. Everybody was working from home. They was doing the on internet because everybody was home. So everybody was making a lot of money. Are we going to tell the truth for shame the devil? That's exactly what was going on. Then whoredom started. Well, it didn't start, but it went to a higher level because of OF. Remember when they tried to take OF down and they just about jumped off of the curb and died? Then they kept it. So then they got more whorish. And then the pandemic came to the end. You know why the pandemic came to an end? Because they said it was home and a house bored and they wanted to get back out. So the job said, that's good. Come on back to work. And then it was like, oh no, we don't want that. Y'all wanted to complain and it's time to go back to work. And they want to stay that way. They want the max on unemployment and the stuff that was on top of the unemployment. And you don't have to pay for rent and you don't have to pay for electric and you don't have to pay for student loans. And it's a great time when you ain't got no responsibilities. I promise you, y'all. These people thought it was going to last forever. They had a good 3 to 4 years of that and they don't know how to snap out of it. I'm telling you. They out here buying cars that was worth $80,000. How the hell are you buying a car in the midst of someone saying that you don't have to pay for anything? But they did also say you're going to have to pay for it at some point. They definitely said that. I remember. You don't have to pay that mortgage, child, but it's going to be due or you got to refinance. They's out here buying cars that cost $100,000, houses, sight unseen, moving to other countries. And then when they said, yeah, it's time to come back in, they was like, what am I supposed to do? I live in Asia. Better get your ass back to the United States or you are fired. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm telling you. No brain power or very little brain thought process on this shit. They thought it was going to last forever. And they didn't like people telling them what to do when they said you had to stay in the house board in the house and I'm in the house board. They said you had to stay in the house. And they said, yeah, no, we want to go out now. We don't want to wear a mask no more. Everybody started getting defiant. So they said, all right, look like they say we done with the C-19. So they cut it off. They said, all right, we done with it. And they said, bring your ass back. And yes, hold on. And y'all, and they was taking out these PPP loans. And I'm not going to say that's just Z. There was a lot of people, was taking out PPP loans I don't know why they thought they was going to fool the government. I don't know why they thought they didn't have to turn back or give the money back to the government, or they wasn't going to get caught. They was getting millions and millions of dollars. They was out there traveling, buying Hemi Hellcats or whatever it's called, in big ass trucks that cost $150,000. And then it was over. It's not fair. The economy sucks. But the economy does suck when people stop giving you money. And yet now you think that Mayor Ma'am Danby is going to save you. We here for it, child. We here for it. We will watch. I'm telling you, that's what it is. But let me go over to this other thing. How long has it been? 2.5 hours? All right, let me go on over here. Let's look at this goofy story, and then we'll go to another story. Hold on. Let's go to this one first. So I just saw this on the blogs, and I found it. One True says, yes, getting rich off of PPP loans. And then you know what they were saying? Well, the companies and the corporations didn't have to pay theirs back. This is why they hate corporations, y'all. Okay? If you remember, the corporations, the businesses, so that they wouldn't go out of business, and because they can still be able to sustain, and then they can bring people back to work, because, you know, people do need to go back to work so they can make the money, so they can pay the bills, right? They sat up there and they, for the most part, enough of them, they gave them money back, or they waived the money, however, whatever they did, that they didn't have to pay it back, or they had to pay back less. So all these people that stole, did fraud, lied, did all these things, and the rules were clear. The rules were clear because I got one, not a big one. I got the one where it was free and I had to pay it back. The rules were clear. They just made shit up. And then all of a sudden it's like, but they didn't have to pay it back. Well, you lied. Well, you lied. And you didn't have any employees, and you didn't have a business, and you was down there in the Caymans, and you was down there in the Caribbean, and you was over there in Alaska, and you was over there, and you was buying this and buying that, and buying this and buying that. And now you think that you shouldn't have to pay it back because you saw a corporation didn't have to pay it back? What job are you offering? How many people are you hiring? They don't want to look at that part. They don't want to look at that part. I'm telling you, they still living in that delusion land. And somebody need to tell them, child, that shit is over and done with. It ain't coming back. Grow up. They ain't trying to hear it. They may have been what? Let's say they was like 16, 17. They didn't get to graduate high school. They was all pissed off about that. Child, you are alive, right? Because we didn't know in the beginning what was what. Then probably moved out, got an apartment or something, or moved in with friends because ain't nobody had to pay nothing. So it was fun times. Good times. These are the good times, right? Then it was like, we didn't have to pay nothing. Let's go on vacation. We're going on vacation. Let's go to Miami. Let's go here. Let's go there. They was going, wearing masks on the plane, all of that. Then they said they was bored. So then they said, we'll go back to work. They ain't like that part. And they still don't like it. The C-19 times are never coming back. Get over it and get over yourselves. Your ass has got to work if your ass want to eat. That's as simple as that. Ta-da. Or they got a new BBL, child. Yes, they was doing all this crazy stuff. All of it. TD, I appreciate you, boo. He said, talking about the need to teach financial literacy in school. Woo. So they need a class to teach them. They need to pay their bills. And with these people, sometimes with some of these things, I can't even blame their moms. They know better. They just love that C-19 time. I'm telling you, they love that time. I loved it. After I knew we weren't going to die, I loved it too. Okay. Make this money, child. They over there getting on TikTok, dancing to Meg Thee Stallion. You know that's when she got popular because they was doing that dance. I forget what that damn song was called. Because everybody was home doing the damn dance. Everybody was getting popular off of TikTok. Everybody was making all this money, and they just thought it was going to last forever. Yeah, well, people had to get back out there, and they stopped watching all this social media the way that they used to, and the money has changed. But can't tell people something that they don't want to hear, just like you can't make a racist not be racist, and you can't tell a pro-black what really is the truth, whether they want to believe it or not. So fuck them. Shout out to JP, appreciate you. He said, put 5 in the chat for Messi 2028. Shout out to you, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. All right. So this girl was on the blogs because she was asking if she was tripping because she waited for a man in his car while he went to work. Does it sound silly? Of course it does. Let's hear it.
Oh, y'all, I'm currently sitting in this man's car while he at work. And this is our first time hanging out. But, so, yesterday, we had already planned shit out because this just made the most sense. But he had figured out that he could come in for like an hour and a half, and basically get paid for a full day's of work, time and a half. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I don't. Go ahead, do your shit. I won't want you to miss out on your money. Like, it makes sense. Just go get it, and then it's fine. I'll just wait in the car. Already, I don't know if that sounds fucking insane for me to be saying it. Now it just sounds crazy coming out of my mouth, but I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, fast forward today. So we get some food. And then after that, he was like, I want to go in the mall. So we went in the mall. Like, oh, they got a sale, buy one, get one free on the candles. So we go in the candle store. I assumed like he was going to buy one and give me the free one. Maybe I'm crazy for assuming that. He bought the 2 candles for him. And it's not even that big of a deal. I just thought like, am I tripping for not tripping? You know, that's what I'm just trying to see. He was like, let's go in the shoe store. We went in the shoe store. And he ended up getting himself some shoes. At the end of him trying on his shoes, when he was about to get up and go pay, he was like, you see anything you like? But at that point, it's just like, you waited so long. I was just like, no. Like, I just didn't say nothing. And it wasn't even with an attitude or nothing. It was just like, I'm not really. And now, I'm sitting in this car, waiting for him. He said he's going to be done in like an hour and a half. And then he just texted me right now and said, it might be a little bit longer because some shit happened. So I'm like, bitch, how long you finna be sitting in this fucking car? Like, okay, I said an hour and a half. What if this shit turned into 3 hours? And he did hint that earlier, like I could go drive his car, like to go, I don't know. Like, I'm dumb, all right? I'm dumb. I shouldn't even agree to this. Is this dumb? I don't know. Should I be tripping? I don't know.
And we supposed to be worried about this generation? Y'all, we know there is no settling. There is absolutely, these people said that they don't settle and they settling every day. At the end of the day, when all of you biatches are talking about the man gotta make more, he gotta step up, it's not right, it's not fair, oh my God, you're poor, you're a bum, crusty, rusty, ashy. We're not gonna settle. No settling. We're not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. No settling. Not gonna settle. Hey, not gonna settle. Got a new song, y'all. Anyway. Child, there's more settling going on in a little damn bit. And y'all, why would you put this on the internet? Because these people want everyone to know their dumbass business and the dumbass things that they do. And then when we talk about them, then we the problem? No, you're the problem. Why you put this out here? Yes, you're dumb. You look crazy. You look stupid. Why are you sitting in that man's car? Just sitting there at work. How desperate are you? Why wouldn't you just say, give me the keys? Well, I hope you got the keys at least, child. And just go home. At minimum, go home. Go to the mall, get a credit card, and go get some lunch or something. You just sitting in the car. If that don't seem desperate, then I don't know what does. But nobody's settling. If this ain't settling, then what is it? And then you're putting it on the damn internet. So what we gonna do with this? Talk about you. TD, I appreciate you. Said that's why Meg can't make a hit now. We ain't in the house bored and just listening to anything anymore. We ain't in the house bored no more, so they was just listening to anything back then, huh? Anything was a hit. Meg out here taking straight. Shout out to TD. I believe you. I believe you. That's why they got to get more and more ratchet. I think it was called Savage, Sassy, Bougie, Ratchet. I think that's what the song was that they was all dancing to that made her popular, if I'm not mistaken. Rachel, thank you, boo. I appreciate you. She says Gen Z grew up with no rules. Parents are friends, participation trophies, lacks laws equal pew laws equal school pew incidents. Yes. Okay. Pew laws equal school pew incidents. Now they want to be YouTube creators, live like rich reality stars for free, blaming Generation X. That's about what it is. I agree. They got the participation trophies, just like you said, which is the other thing, which is why they come out here with these stories, y'all. That's really the reason why, because everybody validated their funky ass feelings. Y'all know damn well didn't nobody give a damn about none of our feelings. And then they wonder why we are of the we don't give a fuck type of time. Because then nobody give a fuck about us. So why the hell you think anybody cares about your shit? Just get your shit done and shut the shit. Nope. Everybody got to know because everybody's supposed to care and everybody's supposed to come and everybody's supposed to help. Help your damn self. This is exactly what it was. Yeah, then they got to, and listen, I'm not blaming them for school issues with the pew-pews, like you said. I think that's bullshit that's been going on for too long and somebody should have been handled that mess. I'm not even going to blame them for that. But the trauma that they have to live through from that, if they got to go through it, but then again, the rest of the world got to live through it too, because it happens every day, every place. And it's wild. Thank you so much, Boo. Jess, appreciate you. She said that lip smacking got on my... to say the least. And that shit's supposed to be cute? That shit's supposed to be cute? She don't even realize it. She don't even realize it. Let's hear it again. I'm going to interrupt this time. Clutch cheek, look. Nose ring, cheek ring, eyebrow ring. What'd I tell y'all? All these rings in the face.
So, y'all, I'm currently sitting in this man's car while he at work. And this is our first time hanging out.
This is the first time hanging out, and she's sitting in his car. That screams desperate to me.
But, so, yesterday, we had already planned shit out because this just made the most sense. But he had figured out that he could come in for like an hour and a half, and basically get paid for a full day's of work, time and a half. So I'm like, you know.
Okay, so he out there working. We're going to give him props for that. He out here working.
Well, yeah, go ahead, do your shit. I won't want you to miss out on your money. Like, it makes sense. Just go.
Yeah, take me home. I'm going home. Holla at me when you're done. Go work. I'm all for that.
Get it, and then it's fine. I'll just wait in the car. Already, I don't know if that sounds fucking insane.
Ma'am, it sounds insane.
Me to be saying it now, it just sounds crazy coming out of my mouth. But I don't know.
Why don't you have something to do? That's my question. Do you have nothing to do? You don't have anything to do.
No. Anyway, fast forward today. So we get some food. And then after that, he was like, I want to go in the mall. So we went in the mall. Like, oh, they got a sale, buy one, get one free on the candles. So we go in the candle store. I assumed like he was going to buy one and give me the free one. Maybe I'm crazy for assuming that. He bought.
Yeah, you're crazy for assuming that. Clearly he does candles. Do you do candles, ma'am? You should have gone and purchased your own candle, and then maybe he would have said, here, let me get that for you. Anyway.
2 candles for him. And it's not even that big of a deal. I just thought, like, am I tripping for not tripping? You know, that's what I'm just trying to see. He was like, let's go in the shoe store. We went in the shoe store.
Honestly, this is the first date, though, y'all. Lest we not forget that. This is the first date. So why would anybody be buying you anything? I'm assuming he bought you lunch because she said lunch, right? So I take it back. No, he shouldn't be buying you no damn candle. Girl.
He ended up getting himself some shoes. At the end of him trying on his shoes, when he was about to get up and go pay, he was like, you see anything you like? But at that point, it's just like, you waited so long. I was just like, no. Like, I just didn't say nothing. And it wasn't even with an attitude or nothing. It was just like, I'm not really. And now I'm sitting in this car waiting for him. He said he's going to be done in like an hour and a half. And then he just texted me right now and said it might be a little bit longer because some shit happened. So
look at the background. You see like this pole up here. He looked like he might be doing some sort of factory work or line work or something, given this in the background and what you see in the back through the window a little bit. So it ain't even like she can get out and walk over to the thing, even though she can drive. But it ain't even like she could walk over to some place like the Chick-fil-A or the Wawa or something like that. So she definitely would have to, looks like, drive the car in order to get someplace. Girl, drive that damn car.
I'm like, bitch, how long you finna be sitting in this fucking car? Like, okay, I said an hour and a half. What if this shit turned into 3 hours? And he did hint that earlier, like I could go drive his car, like to go, I don't know. Like, I'm dumb, all right? I'm dumb. I shouldn't even agree to this. Is this dumb?
Yes, it's dumb. Yes, it's dumb. Remember when they asked the question, how dumb are you? Well, there you go. Dumb enough that I will sit in a car for a man from a first date and wait for him to get off of work. Oh, I think I got that. Thank you, boo. That lip smack can get on my nerves. It absolutely does. And then think that what was supposed to happen. And then she's blaming him instead of saying, yeah, she kind of said blaming herself, but really she's still kind of blaming him. It's like, girl, if you don't go on somewhere, this is crazy. But nobody settles, y'all. These women do not settle, and they got more than you, sassy straights, and they gonna tell you what to do. All right. Shout out to, I'm gonna put her in Generation Z. I'm gonna put her in Generation Z. L after L after L. All right, moving on. Moving on, child. So, oh Lord. StreamYard, act right. Hold on, y'all. Now she's not smarter than a fifth grader. Oh my God, I forgot about that show. Woo! Okay. Did he leave the keys? Well, since she said that she could go somewhere if she wanted to, I'm assuming that he did. Because I was thinking, well, what if it's hot? I hope you got the air conditioner on, but imagine having your car run all that time with the air conditioner on. You ain't gonna have no gas. Who wants that? That's not good for the car, right? I don't think it's good for the car. Rachel, thank you, boo. She said we didn't have pew pew school incidents. Not at all. Not at all. Thank the Lord. Praise the Lord. Or all these incidents, period, going on the way that they do. I'm just saying, simpler times, but I digress. We'll definitely keep roasting Generation Z. Don't even worry about it. All right. It says Arizona College of Nursing student abruptly dismissed over single missed payment. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now we're missing payments, child. Now, I don't know if she's a Z or not, but she ain't X. That's for damn sure.
It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called me into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed from the Arizona College of Nursing over a single missed tuition payment. After making...
No, it sounds like it was two. Hold on.
I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called me into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed from the Arizona College of Nursing over a single missed tuition payment. After making a long commute to the campus, the student was called to the dean's office and told she was no longer enrolled, leaving her devastated and struggling to accept the sudden loss. The sudden removal of the student highlights the growing tensions surrounding rigid tuition policies at for-profit nursing institutions.
Oh, yeah, she must be Z. They're talking about rigid policies. You mean to pay what you owe?
After arriving on campus, the woman was summoned to the dean's office.
All right.
I don't anything for this. I don't even have the money. I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish for my family, for my boys, for my daughter. Like, nursing school takes a lot.
Her story literally brought tears to my eyes. If you haven't watched her video, she was saying that she had missed the second payment for her nursing program.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find this video because I'm tired of these people interrupting. Give me a second. Because, child, I need the story. Because child, this sound crazy. What is her name?
I don't even have the money.
Shanika Renee. Oh, Shanika Renee comes up. All right. Uh-oh. Now she done made it private. All right, I don't know if this is a whole thing from her. Let's see if that's what this is. She done made her page private now. Let's see.
5th, they give you 5-day grace. They give you 5-day grace period. I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you 5-day grace period. But I ended up making my second payment this morning. I went to take my exam. And after my exam, my dean called me into her office. She brings the financial aid officer in. They're kicking me out.
Hey guys, come on. This is a nursing student that I'm assuming she's a single parent. I'm trying to do better for her and her kids. She was behind on 2 payments, but she paid for 1 payment. They let her take the exam. When she took the exam, the dean called her in the office, told her that she's no longer in the nurses program. She's on here crying. Boo crying and says she's no longer in the program because she missed 1 of her payments. Is it something they could have done about that? No.
Y'all, see, you know, others will look at this differently. Every one of these things is a lesson that can be learned, but a lot of not y'all, but the trolls from earlier and the pro-blacks are just going to look at it like this is racism. This is responsibility. This is how finance works. You're not going to get a loan, a brand new loan, miss the first payment, and you think they're going to let you continue? That's just not how that works. That's just not how that works. So I don't know how a nursing loan or a nursing financial aid works. I don't know if it's the same as regular financial aid. I don't know. However, if you have to pay it back and you miss the first payment, like get a credit card. Get a credit card. Run it up, miss the first payment, see what happened. If they get by with the first, because she said she paid it on the 5th, I'm assuming she paid it 5 days late or 5 days after the 5th, and then you miss the second payment, see how long that credit card going to stay open. See how long that credit card going to stay open. Now, isn't there something that they could do for her? Where is the disconnect with financial responsibility? I'm so confused. And when I'm talking about the communitas, shout out to everyone that is here, but I'm talking about the community right now, and people want to come at me like I'm saying something wrong. There are lessons to be learned. Y'all refuse to learn it because you focused on white people. And with your focus on white people, based off of what pro-blacks want you to be focused on, how does that help you financially? You still got the same people going through the same shit over and over and over again. Y'all not teaching them. Y'all not helping them. They not helping themselves. Let's not even start talking about the single motherism, of which it's a big problem in the community, but ignore that and focus on white people. Ignore trying to make sure you tell the kids you're a product of the environment of the people that you hang around in. Don't get pregnant. It's hard to have kids. It's hard to raise kids. It's expensive to raise kids. You ain't got shit. You already don't want to work, but then you want to get pregnant. Y'all don't want to get married, but y'all don't want to talk about it like we don't see it and we don't know what it is. And then when something happens, because it always does, inevitably something will happen, and stuff happens to all of us, regardless of whether people want to believe it or not. Then the answer is somebody should do something. You're right. The person responsible for it, or the person that they're with in their household, your husband, your wife, your significant other. Oh, but the community doesn't believe in all that. And y'all don't want to believe in all that. You'd rather focus on white people instead of trying to make sure that people don't follow spend debt and end up in jail. But say, but y'all used to do it too. Okay. And then y'all are complaining that Generation X, who did used to listen to stuff like that, of which we did, but we also coupled up, we combined our resources and we made sacrifices in order to be where we are. Y'all don't want to hear none of that. You rather listen to that man say, who wants to work? Well, nobody wants to work, but if you don't work, you don't eat, you don't have. I know, crazy talk, right? Crazy talk. No. Financial literacy is important, but to push it off on schools, and I'm not saying that they shouldn't do something, but what they're not recognizing, the pros and the people saying that white people are the problem, is the fact that the school that you typically go to is going to be it's going to be white people. So you are complaining about them, calling them racist, but then you want them to teach your kids about financial literacy. You would rather allow them to bring in ABCDs into the school and teach drag in front of your young kids, not speak out about that, think that's important. And then when I'm like, well, no, y'all probably don't want this. You probably want to go ahead and bring God back into the school at minimum so they can have something to believe in and teach your own kids, because they're never going to teach it the way that you want to. But y'all trying to force people to do shit that you cannot force them to do, wasting time. Kids continue to suffer out here on the streets, beating up old people, taking them out. Y'all ain't got a problem with it because white people. Ciao. Thank you, TD. Thank you for another 5. He said, I think it's something she could do herself. She has to find another program and see if they take whatever credit she may have and go from there. And I don't disagree with you, but it's not going to happen immediately. And I'm pretty sure that that's what the problem is that they want it done now. And that's probably not an option. And she does have, she said boys, so more than one, and a girl. So she probably has at least 3 kids. I ain't here talking about no husband. Well, everybody gotta be married. They don't. Fuck them. Don't. But, you know, it's kind of better to have someone that you can lean on and depend on when things don't go the way that you expect them to, because that's called life. Nothing goes right all the time. Roll with the punches. Shout out to Generation X. Roll with the punches. Figure it out. All this, can somebody help her? Child, y'all go help her. I told y'all, I'm done giving money. I'm done giving money. I ain't got no time. No one is learning. They just expect people to get them out of every situation. No, I'm not. I got nothing but letting you know, for those that haven't gotten themselves in that situation, don't do it. That's all I got. What's it say? Locked and loaded. Thank you, hon. All them kids where your man at, hope you pay. Especially you got 3 kids. Probably nowhere to be found. A Night Jay says, my husband and I had 3 roommates. We couldn't afford anything either. That's crazy talk, girl. That's just crazy talk. But it's always somebody should.
That's so sad. I pray, y'all. We need to pray. I pray that she get back into nursing school. She's trying to improve her kids, and they don't kick her out of school. Really? I just don't understand. Look like they could have had.
I'd be a little bit confused why they don't understand, because the trolls, I'm gonna keep referencing them. That's gonna say that they don't care about you. Donald Trump don't care about you. White people don't care about you. I'm not concerned with nobody caring about me. Y'all are concerned about that. But now, when the tables have turned, it's like somebody should be caring for that lady with the kids in the nursing school. Who? 1 minute is they don't care about you. Turn the tides is nobody cares. No, they don't. No, they don't. Why is this like breaking news at 11 or 1:47 p.m. on a Saturday? Anyway.
Maybe she didn't qualify for the aid for the school, but it seemed like to me, that dean or that darn thing, she was just hardest to me. And I know everybody don't know everybody's situation, but God, looked like they could have helped the girl or something. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know.
I was told that I needed to make my student loan payments. I missed the first payment because they decreased the hours. I gave birth the day of my final, and they...
Damn, she just... Goodbye. So she just had a baby. Child. So we just going to continue to ignore this single motherism issue and problem to say that white people are the problem. You are in medical, or what school is it, child? Nursing school, having babies, child.
Had me retake the class. And I kept pushing through because I'm really resilient. So I've been pursuing this degree. I have 2 semesters left. Because of whatever new law that Trump had in place about nursing not being a professional degree, it puts a cap on how much you can take out in student loans in order to cover your degree. So for my child's behavioral therapy, and because they did that, I had to basically pay things out of pocket pay for school because I have 3 children. Both of my boys are nonverbal. So if you're a special needs mom, you know what that means. I still push through and continue to focus on school because I'm like, I'm almost done. And the quicker I finish, the better things will be for my family. My July payment was due on July 1st. Again, I pay for my kids' school and just for everything because of nursing school. I can't work full time. So, I'm sorry this is long, but I'm trying to say everything. So, I was told.
Ben Crump need to come on down here, and he need to
This is amazing.
say that this is racism, so that she can start a GoFundMe and get $700,000, at least $100,000. What are we talking about, Nicole? This woman here got her loans cut off because she missed the first 2 payments, and she don't understand why. And they're saying that it's Trump's fault. And the person that posted this, I guess, says it was Trump and his administration. They're always changing laws because no other presidents ever change laws. I bet they wasn't whining and crying when Joe Biden was up here talking about he trying to waive student loans, though. Now, all of a sudden, it's Donald Trump's fault. So she bears no responsibility with this whatsoever. She has
This is amazing.
She has no responsibility for her life whatsoever. She has no responsibility she's going through nursing school, she just said, with no income coming in because it takes so much time that she can't really work. Find a way to blame Donald Trump every single time, child. And instead of, all these people are doing praying hands and everything, which is cool. This person said it's absolutely not Trump's fault. He didn't change any laws regarding the cap on bachelors. It's always been 57,000. Private schools are always more than what the country allows for FAFSA. Child, I don't know, because my student loans is paid off. You can keep that shit. I know that he capped something or whatever, but that has nothing to do with missing the payment. So they're just totally always going off to something that has nothing to do with this. It has to do with you missed your payment. So part of, I think, of what she's saying, also which I've said before with regard to student loans, is that when people get student loans, they always give you more than what you applied for or more than what the school is. It's definitely a trap. Because if you don't give it back or pay back on the loan and you take it, then that means you're going to still owe it. So they use that money to buy books and buy supplies, but they also use it to go on vacation, pay rent, buy food, F around. I promise you, anybody been to college that ever got a student loan, you know what I'm talking about. Been there, done that. You keep the money, you can use you think it's free money, but you got to pay that shit back. Yes.
This video that really broke me this morning. A lady crying, being kicked out from nursing school because
I don't have anything for this. I don't even have the money. I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish for my family, for my boy, for my daughter.
Let's talk about that for one brief second. Like I've said, everybody want to have babies all on their own. They don't want to get together. They don't want to get married. They don't want to have a relationship. None of that. And then you never think about, God forbid, if something happens to the kid or something's wrong with the kid when they come out. And she says she has 2 nonverbal children. That has to be something. Nobody ever thinks that anything will ever go wrong, right? Kids are the most easiest thing to take care of and to be responsible for, and the cheapest things in the world, right? Let's not talk about that. That's not important. Let's just focus on don't be around white people. Black people, if you haven't heard, you're not allowed to be around white people. Ever. Okay? Basically, it's boycott white people. It's boycott white people season. Oh my God. Oh shit. What you see, thank you so much for the flowers. I appreciate you, child. You can't make this shit up. Count Dracula in the house. Thank you so much. He says she has third and first 2 got problems shaking my head. Lay off the D. That's racist. Okay. That's just racist. Shout out to you. I appreciate it.
Nursing school takes a lot.
Her story literally brought.
Yeah.
See, I missed my payment. It was due on the 5th. They give you a 5-day grace period. They're kicking me out of the program because I missed the second payment.
A nursing student was abruptly dismissed.
I love you so much.
Did you know that your inner child...
Let's go back to this tab.
I'm going to use this comment because I genuinely think so. Because, you know, for me, it's very blunt, very surface level. I don't do the calculated little mind games. When I talked about what I talked about, and I got the comments that I got, a couple things stuck out to me. First of all, oh, you don't belong in healthcare. Honestly,
Came across this video.
Hey, TikTok. This student nurse got kicked out of nursing school because of a late payment. As you see, she's crying here. People are trying to make it out here, and y'all not giving people no chance. You don't even know what she's going through, what her life struggles is, and y'all just canceling people just because y'all hungry for money. She trying to become a better person of herself, and they canceling people because they late on payment. Because of one missed payment, she got kicked out of nursing school. Are you fucking kidding me? One payment. It wasn't 2. It wasn't 3. It wasn't 4.
Ma'am, it was the first 2, but go ahead.
It wasn't 5. It wasn't 5 missed payments. It was 1 missed payment.
Now who thinks that if it was 5 missed payments that she should still be sympathetic like this? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was only 5 missed payments. It was only 400 missed payments. That's all. Business is business, and you know where they would say, "Give me my money," if it was them in business, and somebody missed a payment on them. Well, didn't we just look at a last girl who I think she took that girl out over $15? I ain't hear no Black Lives Matter on that. That's on the blogs. You know, none of these pros is going to go to the blogs and tell them to not say anything. They just going to come over here and act like I'm doing something that's against Black people. When most of all the stories come from fucking blogs. But they're okay, though. They're okay. They're acceptable. TD, thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you again. He said, but the game with student loans was to get a degree and a career that affords you the ability to pay it off fairly easily. Again, these folks play too much and be failing open book tests. Oh my God, I haven't heard the term open book test in forever. Oh my God. I wonder how many open book test people have failed. I wonder if these people even know what an open book test is. Anyway, thank you, boo. I appreciate you. If you're still here, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new.
America, we gotta do better. Yes. Yes, ma'am. We have to do better. 1 payment. And you canceled her. We have to do better. Again, I know I'm repeating myself, but we have to do better. You don't know.
Is she over here speaking French? We who? We who? Girl.
Okay, so I'll be on this app and I'll be seeing a lot of people crying about how they got kicked out of nursing school.
A lot of people? All right, girl.
I was told that I needed to make my student loan. Both of my boys are nonverbal. So if you're a special needs mom, you know what that means.
Oh, we're so
I ain't know I was.
There has been so many people that
My lashes got. And I asked them and I said, okay, if I make my next 2 semesters payments
Why? I'm getting Biggie Small vibes, child.
in full, will I be able to continue? They said they didn't know. They couldn't give me the number for my next 2 semesters. And I'm being honest, I don't have it. I don't have everything for this. I don't even have the money.
I'm confused, y'all. I don't want to
This is
interrupt.
amazing.
We might have part 2, the rest of it, but how is it that you're a family of 4 and she's not getting grants and
This is amazing.
and I don't know how nursing school works, so I don't know if it's different, but why is she getting like grants and tuition be paid and stuff like that? Like she doesn't have to pay it back. She a family of 4 and she says she ain't got no income. Something don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cheat sheets. I do remember cheat sheets, but you know what else I remember? Cliff notes. You could say you read the book, or you can read the book, or you could go get some Cliff notes. Then they be trying to ask you questions that aren't in the Cliff notes. Them teachers wasn't shit. They was paying attention. But yeah, see, she's a family of 4. Why is she having to pay anything?
I'm trying to figure out ways that I can continue and finish for my family, for my boys, for my daughter. Like, nursing school takes a lot, but the money on top of that is like, and I'm more emotional because I've put everything into this school, and I'm so close to being done, and to be put out for missing my second payment is so unfair to me.
No, sis, we're not gonna sit here and do this. And this is the problem, sitting up here saying that it's not fair and you only. No, you missed both. You missed the first and you missed the second. You paid it late, but you still missed it. That's not a good You're not a good credit risk. You're not a good credit risk. This is as soon as the payments were due. But nobody wants to hear that part.
And I'm so close to being done, and to be put out for missing my second payment is so unfair to me. For me to get kicked out, I understand if I would have got kicked out because of my grades, because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, but I've been pushing, and for me to get put out because I missed the second payment.
Imagine saying, I got put out because I missed the second payment. Where are we living right now, y'all? Where are we living? I'm confused. People now believe that they can borrow money and pay it back whenever they feel like it. So people think that when you sign the promissory note, because typically you sign a promissory note and it says, this is what you borrowed, this is what the interest is, this is the interest rate, and this is what your payments are, and this is how many months. They think that's a joke? Do they think that's written in invisible ink? Do they not understand that that means you are agreeing to pay this back starting this date? And even though she may be having her issues or whatever, if she just had a baby, I'm still on the type of time of where the hell your baby daddy at? And how come he not helping you? But again, the community doesn't want to talk about things. The community doesn't want to talk about things that actually need to be talked about to help said community. They would just rather say that y'all got to boycott white people. All right, let me make sure I keep letting y'all know. Word on the curb, black people, boycott white people.
Thanks for the tip.
Because basically that's what that means. I am just flabbergasted in 2026, going into 2027, that people are still acting like they are in charge and are barely in charge of their own lives. That they can dictate terms of shit that they have absolutely no authority over. And thinking that getting up on the internet and a bunch of people saying this is not right makes it going to change. It's not going to change. You don't understand money. Many of black people do not understand money and finance. I've said it 1,000,001 times, but I'm crazy, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't want to help nobody. Child, you don't want to help yourself. But then you think everybody's supposed to feel sorry for you. Get Ben Crump to come over here. Get him to come over here and talk to her, speak to her, and get a GoFundMe going. Because I'm tired of people making fun of those of us who chose to hold back, who chose to get married, who chose to have children, who chose to say, we're not going to do this because of that, and even struggled, and even didn't have enough money, but still persevered, still stayed together, still raised these damn kids, and still came out pretty much on top at the end of the day. For these people to be saying that we did something wrong to them, you're doing wrong to yourself. Is this new news that being a single mom is probably not the best thing around here? Is it new news that when you borrow money, you have to pay it back? Imagine Yeah, we've all watched gangster movies, right? Godfather and The Sopranos. Imagine that you borrow money from Tony Soprano and you missed the first payment. What y'all think gonna happen? Imagine if even in Power and Kanan gave you something on credit and you missed the first payment. What y'all think gonna happen? You missed the second payment. What y'all think gonna happen? So we really gonna act like we don't know what the hell is going on here? Just because she's crying and she's a single mom, all knowledge, all brain power goes out the window? Oh my God. TD, stream sponsor. Thank you so much, hon. He said Cliff Notes was the lick, and it was. You just had to be able to afford it because my mother was not buying no Cliff Notes. Let me tell you something. So I had to work to get that shit. Or me and my friends was sharing the Cliff Notes because we was all in the same class. You just had to skim the story and then piece the rest together from the Cliff Notes, also known as you had to do some work. Little work, but yes, because you couldn't get everything from the Cliff Notes. Shout out to Cliff Notes. They was a savior. They was a savior. Thank you so much, hon. Teacher says, you're right. I didn't think about that. She knew when she was filling out that paperwork she couldn't pay. Listen, I think a lot of people do know that they really can't afford things. They just think they're going to get away with it. Just like we used to watch people try to hide their cars when repossessions were high. I'm still sure that they're high now, but they really was high coming out of the damn pandemic. People was hiding their cars. You get all those things you signed on the dotted line. So to say that it's not fair, maybe it's not fair, but you agreed to the unfairness of it all. You know what I'm saying? But nobody ever says that that's what it is. You can't emotional people out of their responsibility. That is what is wrong with this whole ass Tide Pod, lazy ass generation. You make excuses for them. They feel like they don't have to do anything because somebody is going to come and save them. And lo and behold, ain't nobody coming to save them. It's a disservice to think that grown adults get absolved just because they're young or they have kids. That is not an excuse. Yeah, the repo man will be in business forever, for sure.
By a few days is one of the worst feelings in the world. And it hurts even more because for as long as I can remember, every single time I tried to go to school, if it wasn't my parents not having good credit and I couldn't get a parent plus loan, if it wasn't because I maxed out financial aid, I'm always in this position and I've come so far and I'm so close.
Yeah, she's telling on herself. She doesn't have good financial literacy. She doesn't. And it looks like her parents don't have it either. But all parents aren't going to sign for no damn parent loans because they put their name on the dotted line. Plus, if their credit sucks, then that's the end of that too. Right. Uncle Rick, as y'all say all the time, rule number one of being a man, no one is coming to save you. But these people think that who's going to come to save these people? Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. So why y'all always think that doing this stuff by yourself and being a single mom is some sort of a badge of honor and it's so cute and it's so funny until it's not, and then the whole world is supposed to come and save you? No, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. It's not about non-compassion. It's not about anything other than you want to take on these types of responsibilities, then you need to make sure that you can care for them. Everybody makes mistakes, and guess what? Everything is going to go wrong at some point. Life is not a box of chocolates. Something is always going to be happening. So you need to be prepared for what comes next. All of us here in this house, all of us in all of y'all's houses, because they just think that just because we don't get up on this internet and whine and cry about our problems means that we don't have any, or we think we're better than anyone else. That has nothing to do with it. Generation X was raised on you figured the fuck out. You get out there and figure it out. You got McDonald's money? You better go get some. And it wasn't about stealing. You got to work. You have to figure it out. There's plan A, plan B, plan C. What's for the future? You want to do it by yourself? You get the opportunity to do it by yourself. But when somebody says that they're married, y'all want to make fun of people. You'll pick me, you'll marry me. Oh, okay. But I ain't on this internet crying. It's nice to have somebody to depend on. Y'all want to act like men are the worst thing in the world. You don't like them, you misandrous. That's fine. Everybody don't feel that way. I guess that's in the code too. I don't know. Tadisha, I don't know if she's still here. Shout out to Tadisha though. Shout out to Rachel for another 5. I appreciate you. She says, being a single mom and going to college don't go together. Get your priorities straight. Shaking my head. Rachel, honestly, something don't sound right here. If she's a family of 4 and she not getting financial aid and grants where she don't have to pay it back, something don't sound right. And it could quite possibly be that she didn't apply for it. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't done FAFSA in a long time. And then they not gonna correct her because if they're gonna get some money and some interest, you think they care? They don't care. They're gonna be like, all right, girl, here your loan, and then here the overage. Pay it all back.
For as long as I can remember, every single time I tried to go to school, if it wasn't my parents not having good credit and I couldn't get a Parent Plus loan, if it wasn't because I maxed out financial aid, I'm always in this position and I've come so far and I'm so close. And I'm making this video because I don't know. I don't even know if I can post it. I just know that I can't. This is the only thing I could do. I don't know if I should create a GoFundMe. I don't know.
So GoFundMes are the answers to everything, y'all. She's either a Z or a lower end millennial. She's talking about creating a GoFundMe. So Generation Z wants to brag about everything that they are, and their answers are to create a GoFundMe. So it's in essence dry begging. It's beg talk again, which I think they banned beg talk, but it's still begging. It's crazy. But boycott white people, y'all. Boycott white people. That's the most important thing. Instead of trying to help a whole bunch of people that clearly need some financial literacy in their life and need to be hired in some places and need to understand how loans work, how credit works.
Know that I can't stop where I am because of my children. Because of my boys and my daughter, I can't. I've come so far and I've given so much to school. And no one consoled me. No one told me that it was going to be okay. And I asked them and I said, oh, cool. And no one consoled me. No one told me that it was going to be okay. And I asked.
No one consoled me? It said consulted, but I think she said consoled me and told me that it was going to be okay. That's what a significant other is for. That is what, probably not Uncle Rick. I haven't even been on Instagram that much. I'll look for it though. When you have someone to console you, the community makes fun of you for that. When you have someone that supports you, the community makes fun of you for that. When you have someone that's there for you, that's next to you, that helps you, that comes to you when you're on the side of the road, the community makes fun of you for that. Because that makes sense, right? And then when you get that negativity for something that should be positive, you then take stuff like this and say that you're wrong for talking about her. I'm talking about what she's talking about. I'm saying that this needs to stop. And then y'all gonna act like I'm saying something wrong. Again, she put the shit out here. This is a lesson to be learned. Y'all don't even want to hear that. No, it's not my job to pay for near nothing for nobody. It's not my responsibility. My responsibility is to my family. My responsibility is to my children and grandchildren. It's not my responsibility to her. There's too many people that think just putting up a GoFundMe is supposed to cover everything. And then when they see, I guess, GoFundMes with the tragedies that happen and they get in 500,000, 600, 700,000, that's just supposed to be the way. That's supposed to be the answer. So instead of focusing on the community and teaching stuff about literacy, loans at this point, student loans, like all this student loan shit that we just sat through with Joe Biden. And I'm not talking about her, but in general, there's plenty of people that are still taking out student loans. After all that, still taking out student loans. How? If they're the devil, they ain't no good, they're too expensive, the rates are high, the payments are high. it's not worth it, why still take them out? Because we got to go to school. Well, what are you going to school for? Are you sure what you're going to school for is worth it? Because if not, once you got to pay that back, no one's going to care. We all got problems. We all got issues, but you just don't care about ours because we don't show them off. Thank you, D-Rock, for the gold coin. Because we don't come on the internet and talk about them. Everybody got issues. Everybody has problems. You can do better for yourselves. Soon as you say something, y'all don't want to hear it. I don't know what the hell these people want me to say. The help that you're getting is me telling you this shit don't work. And then when I give you a solution, that's racist, he's racist, she's racist, you don't know, why don't you help? You're not helping, you're talking about the community, what do you think? I tell you what I think, you still mad. I don't give a fuck about pleasing the unpleasable. The unreasonable are gonna be unreasonable, just like a racist is gonna be a racist. So I don't care. Because if I came out here and was whining and complaining, thank you LOCD and Locked and Loaded for the flowers. If I come out here and say something of which I would never do that, I would never do that, y'all wouldn't give a fuck. So where is it that I'm supposed to give a fuck? I've given all I could give. Just because it's not these people don't mean that I haven't given. I still don't see where those who have received ever give back. It always seems like it's more complaining. It's more, I want more free stuff. Gun B, thank you for the silver stars. I appreciate you, boo. Always want more. And then y'all, black people, listen, you fall for these things and every single time. And then 1 second it's an act, next second it's not, next second it's not right, next second it's Donald Trump's fault, next second it's my fault, next second it's this, it's that. Where is the responsibility and the accountability to say I fucked up and I need to do better? Let me go figure out what the hell I need to do. And why is it that it's never in these situations, where are these children's fathers at? Not necessarily saying that they're supposed to help her out with this shit, but y'all get them to make them damn payments or ask for them to help you. But to be up here with total strangers thinking that we're supposed to do what? They put this shit out here. Whoever said that last week, that I think it was Reaper, that TikTok has been the worst thing for women in the world because you put all your damn business out here. You put all your damn business out here. Expecting what? I don't know. You found your tribe of people that are in the same situation. Y'all all struggling. And you think that someone is supposed to then just say, poor thing, poor thing. You are an adult. Captain Cold-Blooded, I like that. Thank you for the Jules. I appreciate you. Never give. You need to be held accountable. You cannot take out a loan and miss the first payment, y'all. You just can't do it. You can't do it. You cannot do it. Every time enough people talk, I know, because that's my sector in life, that y'all don't know shit about money. And until enough black people, plenty of black people know about money and how it works, how to utilize it, how to save it, how to make it, it's going to continue to be a struggle. Because to complain about the government and then ask for the government's help is wow. It's crazy. To talk and complain about white people and then go to work for the said white people is crazy. So clearly y'all ain't learned this lesson. You can come out here on this internet and say whatever you want about something disparaging, like, I'm gonna just sum it up and say it as boycott white people. And then when whoever may find out and then take it to your job, and then your job come through and say, child, we not for this shit. Just like that white racist that Fawcett did, if y'all didn't see it, who was out here talking about what him and his friends allegedly do to black people, black boys specifically, down in Mississippi. And he was out there confessing and professing, child, racist as fuck. Found his job and he ain't working no more. Found his job and he ain't working no more. So y'all think that that can't happen? That can't happen with y'all? That's what y'all want to do? That's what you're going to put your hat on? Okay. Okay, whatever you want. But for those that want to blame Generation X, I tell you, I think we got a lot more solutions than enough of these Gen Zers yet again. And to just blame us for all of y'all's issues is wild. And let's see if that does anything for you moving forward. I'm thinking it probably won't, but you know, blame your moms. I don't know what else to tell you. Count Dracula says, give her GoFundMe money to spend money on nonsense and not tuition. I'm not giving money to, not a BBW, child. Stop this. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. I mean, all these stories that we see, nobody seems to be learning a lesson from it. Nobody. And the funny part about it is that all this shit is right on the damn blogs, but then I'm the issue because I'm talking about what these people put out into the ether and what blogs post, but I'm the problem. Sounds again like more non-accountability. Y'all like it? I love it. Anyway, what is it? Almost 3.5 hours, y'all. It is 2:20. I got to find something to eat as per usual, fold some clothes and get to Dollar General. But I appreciate all of y'all for being here and for helping out today. Shout out to TD, stream sponsor. I appreciate you, hun. Shout out to everybody that donated. Shout out to the mods doing the damn thing. I appreciate you. Shout out to the trolls because all views matter. Shout out to all of y'all that hung in there. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Hype this daggone video. I see you all in the